What's good, Royal Family? We're back, we're back for another late night live stream. All right. Before we get started, we're going to listen to Moneybag Yo, None Like Me. Let's get it. Lex Vortex's video, right? So, shout out to the Royal Family. What's good, Leonard, Kenya? What's good, Tearing? Today we're gonna talk about that, and Sanetta been out here acting a damn fool, okay? Damn, my fucking camera's fucking up. Anyway, Sanetta's been out here acting like a damn fool lately. He been doing the most. So I do have an edit on that as well. I didn't get everything. I wasn't able to edit everything, I should say. But um, we in there like swimwear. Anyway, shout out to the chat. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. It sends the video out to more people. Shout out to everybody in here. So today we're going to talk about Lex Vortex's video about Brother Polight. Maybe my camera will work now. About Brother Polight, right? He went live. He felt some way about Brother Polight. He stated that, but he also stated my name up in there, right? But it seems that he wants people to remember what happened before the case broke out and people got into it, and not to be insensitive or anything like that, because I do respect what went on. I am aware. But he also said that, like, I don't know if he's referring to me, but he claimed he was talking about newbies and shit. And I've been on YouTube for a long time, period. We can talk about that as the video goes, but this isn't a confrontational video to Lex Vortex. It's basically stating that I respect those that did it earlier before us. I hear what you're saying about death threats that you went through, that your people went through, that were fighting with you. I'm aware of them as well. But also the new people have gotten that same type of treatment. So it's not fair to definitely like just discount what we did, especially me, because I came through with the edits and was not playing. I still got edits that haven't come out, just the commentary version, and I'm kind of just waiting, right? Because we're about to do this Sanetta on trial. That's what was proposed. So that's what will be done. But I want everything to, go pretty smooth far as that goes, right? Because we're dealing with a serious situation. But it's not me to bring on those counts against him. It would be, you know, some of the people and things like that. So we're working on that though. Also, Sanetta was out here acting crazy as hell. He joined Q Butter's platform and got to flipping out and shit like that. Again, I wasn't able to get all of it, but I got a lot of it. And some girl had jumped up on Q Butter's platform and was talking to Michi X. Michi X was drilling her ass because how she was responding about the Brother Polight thing was just totally off. I have that, but I wasn't able to edit it because then we would have been going live at like 1 in the morning. Okay. So I did, I had an off day today, so I worked on this edit and dealt with some things for my children. But I hope the royal family is good. We're gonna look at this. It is an hour and 38-minute edit. Shout out to everybody up in the room. I appreciate you guys, as well as maybe we should listen to that part first. But Brother Polight had Aminette, in my opinion, post a 3-minute jail phone call that he had posted, she had posted on his Instagram. Maybe we should go, wait, we should look at that first. Where did I put that at? Because I forgot to put it in the edit, but I didn't mean to. But Brother Polight allegedly, called. He's claiming that he's getting a lot of support in jail, which is cap. He has not been transferred, in my opinion. Also, he doesn't state that, okay, shout out to Nandy. Much love to Nandy. I've been busy as fuck lately, but so Aminet posts this 3 minute and 1 second audio recording of Brother Polight talking from jail. Now, again, I looked him up in the Department of Correction for Florida and did not see him. So, I don't think that he's been transferred yet, but he's claiming that, he's basically having the fucking time of his life, right? And I think that's cap. But I wanted to share this with the royal family before we get into the edit. Let's take a look.
First and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for giving me the support, the love, and attention for the people that's worried about my safety. I'm doing great between the staff and the inmates in here. There's a lot of Brother Polight supporters. Y'all be everywhere we go. Y'all gotta take pictures and everything like that. So it's the same thing. When I'm in here, people like Brother Polight, what are you doing here? Or Brother Polight, damn, I heard what happened, but brother, we know better and all that other stuff, man. So the love and support is tremendous. I would say extraordinary amount of people.
And then it's like Aminet or whoever recorded this, you had one job to stay still for about 3 minutes. That obviously is not me. This is unedited. This is on the I Am Brother Polight channel. So it ain't nothing, right?
People that are over the age 50 makes up almost half the population of the people I'm incarcerated with, at least based on my optics. And I would say that that's kind of wild. But it gives me more clarity on the street. When we see the young brothers and sisters wilding, we say where they OGs at. Well, the young brothers and sisters are wilding on the outside, where they OGs is over here incarcerated. I'm talking gray hair again. I swear it feels like almost half the people I'm incarcerated with are 50 years and older. There are a bunch of young people here, 10 faces, you know how that go, but I mean, damn, there's an alarming rate of older brothers and sisters. Either way, man, we good money. I'm feeling good. Health is great. And in a real eerie way, I feel like I'm supposed to be in here. I've been uplifting people, talking to people, dealing with people, helping people and their families with their credit to help them towards their commissaries. And I feel good, man. Damn, man, just the embrace of people allowing me to help them. And people being so welcoming. I didn't really expect to get that in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? So shit's kind of wild, you heard? Well,
he is not in the penitentiary. He's still in the jail.
Subtle blessing in disguise, but I will be home sooner than people anticipate. Thank goodness to my amazing defense team and that amazing agreement that we put together. Yeah, it's been sweet. I had to sit down, but thank goodness, man. I had the bag that really had people in my corner that had the ability to still good. Definitely still get your restoration, get your money up. I'm still able to participate even in mentorships.
He cannot do none of that.
I have a certain level of space and opportunity where I'm allowed to communicate with the people that I'm mentoring, and I still have a social media presence. So it's not all that lost, man. We're gonna make it happen no matter what. We're gonna be feeling not down. I'm super up, highly appreciative, and still truly blessed. And I thank you all for your tremendous support. I've been getting all the responses and the messages for you guys and sisters that just really showing me love still. Thank you so much, man, for understanding everything. We won't cry, we still milk, they'll be lit. We all remain lit. I'm cooking people in chest, cooking in hoops. Shit crazy, man. I love it though. So thank you all, blessings and abundance.
So right there, he claims that, he is, having the time of his life in jail. Hold on. Having the time of his life in jail. He said prison, but he has not went to prison yet, which is cap. He is not having a fun time or anything like that, period. Far as him finna, be doing his scams, he's not going to be able to do that. He's going to be popped quick as hell if he thinks he's going to do that. I'm just saying, we did hear them mention something about employment. So obviously, it's not like they're going to make accommodations for him or something like that, in my opinion. But he also claims that he's getting out early. He still has not accepted the time that he got, clearly, because he's not getting out early. He's not getting out no time soon. And the attorney Alkeisha Shabazz, I hope I'm saying her name right. Akeisha Al Shabazz did a live stream. I wasn't able to edit that yet, but she did a live stream where she broke down the commitment part, right? About Brother Polite sentence. So I will edit that and get that to you. It was also like really choppy and stuff like that. I think she was having internet problems as we do. So yeah, but I may only be able to get a portion of it or whatever, otherwise it won't make sense or something like that. But I did see that, and there is some things on there that I don't think that was either, he didn't pay attention to or whatever. But anyway, today we're here to talk about Lex Vortex, not really talk about him, but listen to how he feels about everything since the Brother Polight stuff came out. It seems like he's feeling overlooked or whatever. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I do salute those that fought against Polight and Sanetta beforehand. I understand that they got death threats. They went through a lot of stuff. Lex Vortex is going to talk about how he lost a job because of Sanetta's bullshit and stuff like that. So I also don't think that it's cool to discredit those that have been continuing to work on it. And I don't know if he was referring to me, but I'm not a newbie. I've been here. I've had channels that were taken down. I just rebranded myself at a certain point in time. I think it was like 2019 or something. But before that, I was Cash Me Out, I Am Queen's Throne, or just, Cash Me Out, Queen Supreme, or just Queen Supreme. So that is that. You know what I mean? But again, I don't want him to feel like he's invalid or anything like that. Nobody over here is trying to cover up what he had did before everything started coming out with this second case or whatever. And also I did bang on Polight and Sanetta as well. I was on Team Hassan Campbell at the time of coming into the conscious community and things like that. So I'm well aware of a lot of the players and what the fuck went on and shit like that as well. But I'm also, again, not meaning to discredit what Old God did, Solar Mind did, or, Lex Vortex or anybody on their team that fought and, caused awareness before this. But again, I'm one of the people like, you can't, again, I don't know if people look at it like it's a competition thing, but I should be out the way for a lot of people. A lot of people on here, and this is no diss or whatever, but they come on here and they'll show you a video, that happened or whatever, right? No problem with that. But I edit mine. You know what I mean? I put certain time and consideration into it. And again, not trying to slight anybody else. I don't know how their life is set up, if they can edit, whatever, maybe they want to or whatever, but I do my shit different. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, period. There's nobody that's gonna tell me that I wasn't an asset to this or anything that I bring to the table in this fight against Sanetta now or even Brother Polight, like, period. Okay. And it was never my intention or thought ever that I was gonna cover up any actions that was done before I jumped on any type of topic to talk about, including this one. So we're gonna take a look at this video or whatever. Again, not trying to be confrontational to Lex Vortex. I actually liked a lot of stuff that he did or whatever, but yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at this edit that I prepared for you guys today, and then I'll commentate as we go along. It is a 1 hour and 38-minute edit. But again, we have Sanetta up in there. And if you're interested in Lex Vortex's channel, you can find his link in the description of the video. Let's go. Hell yeah, G-Style. Editing is hard work. It can become overwhelming. It definitely can. It can become a lot taxing. It's time consuming. It's also taxing on my devices that, you know, I use to prepare it. Hell yeah. Like, but salute. Thank you for noticing that.
All right, man. First of all, I want to let y'all know that this whole Brother Polight thing is a monkey distraction for the monkeys. Like these people are so silly. They don't even know this is a distraction. It's an emotionally charged distraction. But since people want to talk about it, we're gonna put it all of it in its perspective today, because there's a lot of campaigning and lying going on. You know what I'm saying? All these people are foolish, and I keep telling y'all they're not qualified to lead the people. And everybody has an agenda over this Brother Polight thing. Everybody's running and scattering like roaches. Now all of a sudden people want to use my words in order to get themselves out.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Handling Jones, Sister Nandy too. IKEA Al-Shabazz, the attorney, she had kind of went in professionally on YK The Truth and some of the statements that he was making. If y'all don't know, YK The Truth has you know, caped for Brother Polight in the past. That was an issue. But yeah. Anyway, recently he jumped back on Sanetta's team, and it is what it is. But yeah, I still gotta look at a lot of stuff. That's the issue with editing, is you miss a lot of stuff or you can't participate. But yeah.
Out of the accountability and responsibility of what's going on in the community. Now it's we all failed the community. You know, yeah, that is true. But you got that from Lex Vortex, and you're using it still for your own personal agenda. It's a shame that people use such things as, you know, people attacking little ones as for their own personal political agendas. You know, it's really a shame. But we're going to talk about it today. And I want y'all to know, recently, somebody put out a recording of some things I was saying pertaining to what happened with Solarmind.
Sanetta. Now, if you missed the last live stream, Sanetta started just going live in the middle of the night or whatever. And he had brought up Solarmind and all this and that, and Lex Vortex and some audio that Lex had made. We had skipped through that part because Sanetta was already deflecting, and I already addressed the Solarmind thing.
And you know, it was a dirty play, because I'm not trying to attack that brother right now. And there's a reason I even removed that. We were going through our things or whatever. But I want to say for the record, I don't personally believe that Solarmind is a pedo. Whatever happened in that situation, I think that was just Solarmind on some thug shit. But certain people try to use that right now because they're on their way to hell, and they want to drag people to hell with them. Ain't that the devil? We got some Nino Brown stuff going on right now. With Saw Satan. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude, like I would hate to be on the street and catch a case with Saw Satan, bro. That brother, he's calling out everybody's name. Yo, you ever watch what's the name of that joint, y'all? What's the name of that joint they used to have? First 48. You know how they catch one of them dudes on First 48 and they bring them like a chicken dinner, and they just start snitching. They start snitching on it, but they don't even wait for their lawyer. Saw Satan right now, he didn't name names. He's bringing people in it with him. He's basically saying, I'm not going down alone. It's the brother from the bank that is the head of this operation. And everybody's falling for it, yo. It's crazy. And it's going to bring me to the history of this, of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Now, we didn't fall for it. We knew it was deflection over here.
Because a lot of y'all newbies, y'all don't know. And this is what makes this so deep, y'all. And I really didn't want to talk about this stuff because I didn't want to get into the dirt of it all and start getting into the mudslinging and people start, because I don't want to be associated with none of that anymore. But I feel it's my duty to report y'all the truth about this whole thing, about who knew, who didn't know, and what's really going on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm not even messing with you. Why are you using my vocals for any of your agenda? I basically cut you. I ain't even banging on you. I could really, if anybody could be going in on Saw Satan, you better believe it's Lex Vortex. Because I got the goods. I got the goods. Why are you still messing with me, bruh? Like, don't use none of my videos, old videos. You don't tell people the timeline of the videos. Nothing. Don't use me. Leave me alone, bruh. I'm not on your channel. I don't, like, leave me alone, bruh. You understand what I'm saying? Don't use nothing for your agenda to attack another man because the pressure's on you. All these deflections. But we're going to get into the history, y'all, of who know what about Brother Polight and who was the first people on the internet that was exposing Brother Polight and who went under heavy attack for years. Heavy attack for years from the House of Consciousness and all their affiliates. The whole beef, y'all wondering, where does the origin of the problems with Lex Vortex and the House of Consciousness, Brother Rawborn, Garfield, all of them, where does that stem from, y'all? Oh, you're gonna find out today, though. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all know, this is the thing about it, too. When I tell you, man, people are just haters. The people that know what was going on 10 years ago, you know, they never even mentioned this stuff while they're talking about what the community should have done. I seen Q Butter's fake ass doing a show like, how we gonna move forward and all of this. Q Butter knows who was the first people that got attacked by the conscious community and the House of Consciousness for exposing Brother Polight. Lex, Solarmind, and Oh God in the Black Radio, the House of Consciousness, and all their affiliates labeled us the bad guys of the community. We had a war going on for almost 2-3 years because Sanetta, Garfield, Brother Reggie was protecting Brother Polight the whole time. That's how the whole beef started. So all these people now trying to come out, oh, we didn't know, we was warning y'all. And look what they've been doing to Lex for the last 10 years. They've been painting me as the bad guy. Oh, Lex is the bad guy. He is the guy with no morals and no character. Bruh, the whole beef that we had with the House of Consciousness was over Brother Polight. That's why y'all are late to the game. Y'all are late. All y'all people now, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at you. Y'all got to understand what y'all are going through now, whether it be Queen's Throne, whether it be whoever, all these channels.
Now, I just want to state that I'm not new, okay? I've been around. I, again, rebranded myself in 2019, shit like that. But I do respect, and I know that he's telling the truth because I was here during that time. Now, I didn't watch Sanetta much. And when I was over at Sanetta's, if I saw Polight, Sa would kick me out of the chat because I was going in on Polight. Or text me behind the scenes like, you're doing too much, chill out. That's not cool. You know what I mean? So I'm aware of this. Again, I'm not trying to take nothing from them. That's why I want this part of the story out. But if he wasn't speaking on it or we didn't know about it, then how can I edit it? How can I even look at it for myself? But he is telling the truth. I'm not taking none of that from them. What they went through then and all that, I've seen that.
Going at Brother Polight in the House of Consciousness, we was doing this 10 or 15 years ago, and the whole community ostracized us, threatened us.
I never did. I never did.
Sanetta called me on the phone with Brother Polight with gangbangers on the phone, Bloods and Crips, and told me they put a $10,000 hit on my head. Sanetta was on the phone with Brother Polight, talking about, yeah, we gonna get you, then we gonna pop your top. Polight in the background with Bloods and Crips, talk about, oh yeah, we got a $10,000 hit on them in the Black Radio cats. Me, Lex, Solarmind, and Oh God. Yeah, we had our falling out, but me, Lex, Solarmind, and Oh God were fighting the whole conscious community for years. They brought in Michael Edwards.
I had never done a video on any of them that was negative.
Michael Edwards was making all kind of videos for Sanetta. Then they brought in the other weirdo guy. They were recruiting people to go with us. What's his name? The guy, I forgot, another guy that ended up turning on them. He brought in his nephew. Yeah, his nephew, Raw something, whatever. They was threatening us. saying that we was the bad guys, that we needed to be banned from the community because they was protecting Brother Polight. Yes. So this is what happened. The first scam that ever came to the internet on Brother Polight came through In the Black Radio. Are y'all listening? A brother contacted Oh God and Solarmine and said Polight had scammed him for about 50 grand. Now y'all gotta understand, this was Blog Talk Radio days before YouTube became popular. A brother scammed him. A brother contacted In the Black Radio and said that he was scammed for 50 grand. Now later on, I would end up having an interview with another person, but I'm gonna get into all of that. And guess who was attacking In the Black Radio? Unc, the Amin Ra Squad, Garfield, Brother Reggie, Dr. Ma'at, all of them. It was a war between us and the HOK, and it was over Brother Polight. That's how the whole beef started. So when you hear these dudes out here talking about, oh, we was warning y'all and nobody knew, and we put, no, they didn't put the information out there. In the Black Radio, Lex Solarmine and Oh God put that information out there.
I also never said any of what he said. So
scamming,
I'm just trying to basically clarify with him that, yeah, no, I didn't do none of that shit.
On record that was reported to the community actually came from Solarmine and Oh God. Now, when Solarmine and Oh God hooked up together, that's when we both started we all started banging on Saw Satan in the House of Consciousness. And these dudes were going in hard, bruh. They were going at us so hard. They made us the villains of the community to the point where I almost had to sue Sanetta, right? And here's the tricky thing. Sanetta put a post up on Doggy Diamond's. Y'all know Sanetta made me lose a job 10 years ago. Sanetta, at the time, he was protecting Polight so hard, he put up a post on Doggy Diamond's website saying that Lex Vortex was a pedo. I was working a job at some time, and they was doing background checks, and they searched me, and that post came up, and I had a conversation with the company I was working for, and I ended up having to leave that job because they was like, what is this we finding? There's people on the internet claiming you're a pedo. I had to contact Doggy Diamonds and threaten him and say, bruh, because I at the time, I didn't even know where it came from. So I had to...
Look, listen, that is so fucked up for Sanetta to have done that shit. That's dirty as fuck. So the man lost a whole job because Sanetta was playing. Mad as fuck. And we've already heard how he lied on me. He lied on him, Sister Nandy, Inky, motherfucking all type of people. Ben, Uncle Suge. That's all this nigga do is lie.
Contact Doggy Diamonds, and I said, bro, I'm gonna have to sue you. You can ask Doggy Diamonds if he remember.
Yep, oh God, yep, from Hip Hop Uncensored. Yep.
Diamond said to me, I don't know what you're talking about. So I posted the link and I said, this is what I'm talking about. Doggy Diamond says, oh, that's Sanetta posted that. I didn't post that. He said, I'll go remove it. And Doggy Diamonds went to go remove it, bruh. Okay? This is how hard Saw Satan and Unc and them was going hard for Polight. And don't be fooled. Unc was going hard as hell. The only reason why they're trying to separate themselves now, Garfield too, they was all together getting money with Polight. Right now, them niggas is all lying. They all lying. Even Raw Born is lying. Because Raw Born was about to debate Polight. Y'all remember when Raw Born and Polight was about to set up a debate? And Polight said, I won't debate him. Raw Born was was mad because Polight wouldn't debate him. And Polight said, I'm not going to debate him. Y'all got a short memory. I wish I could find the video. So he's full of it too. Because he was going to...
And that was a hard thing for a lot of this is some of the videos or even channels are gone now from back then. So again, I didn't intentionally leave no clips out to make it seem like they didn't go through anything or anything like that. Again, this isn't a confrontational video. I just want him to understand that I ain't with that shit.
Debate Polight over the but he was too aggressive with Polight, and Polight was saying I was not going to debate him. So around this time, this is the and then eventually I ended up debating Ngozi on Evolution. I smoked Ngozi. All of them were persecuting me. You know what I'm saying? And guess who else was rolling with them at the time? Certain Hebrew Israelites when we was going at Polight, the Israelite community remembers this. Y'all remember in the black radio? See, these new jacks don't know what's going on. Guess who else was attacking Lex, Solomon, and Oh God all over the Polight thing? Guess who else? Professor Griff. The infamous interview with Progressive Sister Renee knows about all this. She be over on Q Butter's channel with his fake ass. Let me tell y'all something about that fake ass Q Butter. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna get into all of this today. Q Butter, back in this time, Q Butter didn't like Garfield. And y'all gotta understand, Q Butter didn't like Garfield for the same reason that we fell out with Garfield, because we wasn't just exposing Polight, we was exposing Garfield's credit scams. Now, it wasn't me, but it was a sister and a brother who came to me and said that Garfield had scammed him and maybe his friend's mother out, I don't know, a few $1,000s. And then a sister came to me and said the same thing. And guess where that sister comes from? The sister who was talking about Garfield, it wasn't me. Garfield was mad at me. Q Butter. And you know why Q Butter sent that woman to me that says Garfield scammed him? Because Q Butter, even back then, with his fake ass, they would not give Q Butter a platform. Sanetta wouldn't give Q Butter a platform because of his beef with Garfield, because Q Butter said that Garfield should not be charging people in the community with credit repair when he was doing it for free. And so they wouldn't let Q Butter's fake ass on the platform, and Q Butter wanted to promote his school. Guess who Q Butter came to? How do y'all know Q Butter today? Little old Lex with his little old platform 10 years ago did the first interview. Man, I don't, if I could go back, y'all, I erased these videos and so I wish I could show y'all. But this was 10 years ago. The first interview, I don't know, there might have been others as far as I know. The first introduction of Q Butter's fake ass on YouTube was through Lex Vortex. Then he turned on me because I got in it with I Empress Sekhmet. And ironically, she ended up leaving the House of Consciousness and becoming a goddamn member of the ISUPK and became a Hebrew Israelite because she seen how fake them dudes were. Oh yeah, so check it out. So I gotta give y'all the history because y'all are new. You don't know what's going on. And these dudes are cake capping, bruh. And that's why they've been trying to blackball me for years. So listen, you talking about an onslaught of attacking people. They talking now, oh, y'all protecting Brother Polight. That's why I've been quiet. That's why when the case came up, I said, I hope it all works out for everyone. I hope Polight and the little girl get off. And then people attack me for that, and I was protecting Brother Polight. But I wasn't really trying to get into using a situation for views, because everybody knows my history with Brother Polight and Saw Satan. The whole conscious community, Professor Griff, they were all together in trying to isolate and kill in the black radio because we was going at Brother Polight. We brought out all the scamming. We brought out way back then how them dudes, man, I wish I had, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, oh God, if you're out there, brother, it's been a long time, but I gotta contact oh God and get these old videos. They go Haven Bullets in the chat. This was one of Sanetta's recruits back then that he was using to attack us. We attacked Brother Polight. Get him out of here. Get him out. Somebody block him, please. So in the black radio wasn't scamming nobody, right? And so the whole time, y'all block him. Get that dude out of here. That Haven. Now that was one of his attack dogs back then. And then he ended up turning on Sanetta too. So where my mods at, man? Y'all take care of that. Where y'all at? Get that dude up out of here. So listen, here's the thing, right? So the dude, now this dude was in the army. The dude that contacted Solomon and Ogod about the 50 grand that Polight took from him. And the dude produced receipts. So Solomon...
Bill Gates, Lex Vortex is basically just giving us some history, reminding us of some history. He stated that he took down some videos and he's going to reach out to Ogod to get them back. But I believe him. I know because I seen it.
And Ogod went in on that, brought it all out. Guess who was banging, and tried to blackball all of us from the so-called conscious community? Sanetta, Brother Reggie, Michael Edwards. I can name all of them. Everybody in that HOK circle. And you know what's funny? Even Imam Bashir's fake ass, he ended up turning on Solomon and siding with the House of Conscious because a brother had came to us that lost 50 grand. Now, after that, another brother came to me. I get a phone call Now, y'all gotta understand, I get a phone call from another brother.
Salute unseen. Much love, brother.
Who was down with New Covenant, who was Polight's ex-security guard. I gotta go back in the archives and see if I can find some of these videos. Polight had got him for like 50 or 100K, something crazy, called Sanetta on the phone with the brother. I'm saying he ain't saying nothing. But again, Polight's threatening me. And guess what? Inky was right there with him. What I'm trying to show y'all is we got some Nino Brown stuff. All of them dudes was with Brother Polight when he was making that money for them, including Smash Rockwell. Smash Rockwell is a fake. He's only mad. I'm gonna tell you something. Polight, not a good person. But all these guys, they was right there with him. They you know, when they just got jealous. The only reason why they abandoned Polight is because he went to Hollywood and started flossing, and he wasn't sharing the pie with them no more. He wasn't sharing the money. And you know that's why Unc and them are mad. That's why Smash Rockwell is mad. They still mad about that Kimmon on trial. If Polight had divvied out that money to them low-down Negroes, they would still be rolling with him, including Unc, including Smash Rockwell, including Garfield, including Dr. Reggie. Oh yeah, where the people at who remember those days? So don't try to use my voice to attack Solarmind, bruh. Solarmind did his thing. He didn't do nothing, though. He didn't, whatever, if he groped the little girl or whatever, and whatever. I'm not justifying that. But don't try to deflect because you mad because your wife is still in love with Solarmind. See, I'm gonna let y'all know something else. Sanetta will never forgive Solarmind because he know his wife's heart is really with Solarmind. And he's angry over that. And she convinced him that he's the one that put those pictures out. When I told you the chick offered to send me pics. Them pics are all over the page. So Sanetta's forever mad at Solarmind. He's forever mad because his hoe really wants to be with Solarmind. And Solarmind dumped her silly ass from SVDL. Now on SVDL, she was just a stupid bimbo talking Israelite stuff. How she go from a C-line debater and then go to the House of Consciousness, was supposed to be the toughest environment for being. On Solar Vision Debate League, she could barely make the playoffs. In the House of Consciousness, she becomes the goddamn queen mother of consciousness. Because Sanetta is a goddamn liar. And he's all about money. And so, the brother from New Covenant, another brother from New Covenant, and I'm going to tell you y'all, this brother was such a generous brother. He used to be Polight's ex-security guard. His friend contacted me. I wasn't, and they were mad at me. It wasn't like I was out here attacking Polight for no reason. People did not have a voice at the time. At the time when Polight was scamming people, Unc, Garfield, the whole House of Consciousness, they was not trying to hear it. Nobody else would report the story because they was all scared of the House of Consciousness. In the Black Radio was the only outlet that those brothers had. And that brother came to me, I think it was 75 grand or something that he gave Polight. And the brother said he hadn't talked to Polight in over a year. So I did an interview and I brought the brother on my show. Back then, what are they doing? They was attacking me. They was attacking me back then. Oh, Lex is nothing. Lex is homeless. Lex lives in his car. Lex is dead. All of this. Don't listen to Lex. What are you doing? Sa. But people are coming to me, coming to us, because we were the only voice of the people. Saw Satan and Unc and Garfield and Reggie and every single one of them was going so hard to protect that cash cow. I mean, they all was. Why was we beat? Ask yourself, that's a fact. Where is see, they try to act like, these brothers are hating on us. Lex is a hater. And I haven't even opened my mouth doing this whole thing. Where is the origin of the beef with Lex and Solarmind and the House of Consciousness? Brother Polight, at one point, we even tried to tell Sanetta, yo, stay out of this, bro. Why are you banging so hard for Polight? So he put himself in it. That's when we started banging on Sanetta. Check. And they've always tried to use, let me tell y'all something. They've always tried to use the pedo stuff as a weapon. That's why back then, that's when King Noble was ringing bells. And because they was just like they do now, whenever something happens, they try to deflect. Sanetta, he brings other people in and try to bring everyone down with him. So King Noble said some controversial things, and we was cool with King Noble. And so he started labeling us pedos because of some stuff King Noble said. They always use this heartstring emotional thing with children to attack people, to deflect. We was talking about this 15 years ago. All the stuff that they're talking about with Malachi Z. York, the comments Brother Polight made, the scamming. So I interviewed the brother. It was Lex Vortex that brought the second documented case of Polight scamming somebody for over $50,000. I wasn't the one banging. All I did was bring the brother on my show. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. The brother was so generous and cool. He gave me he had paper. The brother gave me $1,000 just on the strength. After I didn't ask for it. I wasn't expecting. After the show, the brother said, "You know what, bro? I'm gonna send you $1,000 just for letting me come on." Because you know why? Sanetta and them would not let these people on their platforms to talk about Polight. They lying their asses off. You know what we're getting though? Polight and Sanetta is calling me on the phone every other day with gangbangers threatening my life. That's what I'm getting. So y'all don't know the origins of this. Why I went against the Sanetta TV Awards, which was my idea. Y'all know why the Sanetta TV Awards even happened? Sanetta and them, I told y'all, they've been control freaks for the longest. A brother down in Atlanta was throwing something called the Black Power Awards. I gotta refresh y'all. Y'all are new to the game. The Black Power Awards. Sanetta was mad because none of his scam artist people was nominated. So he started hating on the brothers' awards because he wanted his people to be. But that brother was smart back then. He knew them dudes was fake. He didn't have none of them elected for a Black Power Award. That's when Sanetta tried to steal his stuff and do the Sanetta TV Awards. He was stealing from another brother, just like now. You see what he's doing now, right? And I gotta admit, I was giving Sanetta chances, y'all, just recently, because that's the occult practice I practice. Let me try to move on. Maybe me and maybe the brother Chain, he be trying to act like he gives people chances. No, I give people chances. And then he just screwed me lying with the Dulcinea stuff. And you see how people just let that go. He lied about that. Like I didn't show up for the debate. So I cut his ass off. Now the nigga's trying to steal my battle rap shit. He's a goddamn thief. Nobody noticed that? Oh, the HOK battle rap tournament's coming up now. He ain't got no goddamn shame. So that's how
And Sanetta does have that. I know because I skipped over Sanetta's advertisement for that when I was editing. We definitely wasn't going to promote that.
Sanetta TV Awards came around. He wanted to steal the brothers' Black Power Awards because they were trying to control what that brother was doing. But let's move on. Hit that like button when you come in the building. All right, so here we go, y'all. So these people are liars. All of them were with Brother Polight. Now, when Red Pill and Blue Pill, for those who remember, Red Pill and Blue Pill came out under the auspice of Phil Valentine saying the community needs to have a tribunal about Brother Polight and his scamming. Listen close. Polight did a Nino Brown and said, if I'm going down, everybody's going down. He started naming things and everybody backed off as if Polight had something on them. But y'all got to know the origin. What was crazy is when Sanetta and Polight fell out, he said everything that we had been saying up until that time while he was banging on me, Dolomine, and Oh God. But then he's on here today talking about, I brought out the information. What y'all do with it? No, nigga, you didn't bring out that information. You brought out that information when you got mad. We brought out that information, and we were the only ones, one of the only ones. There was a few other people. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all see how people are loyal to the House of Cons now? Man, it was crazier back then. People were scared to say something against them. Because you had, just say you was a person with 500 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. Sanetta had, thousands and thousands of the same loyalty he got from these clowns now. Nobody was touching that. They was all scared. So people would come to us. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all, it had to be at least 4 or 5 people who came to me and was like, 20,000, 10,000. One was 50,000. And I was telling Sanetta, he was ignoring it, y'all, because he was getting money with Brother Polight, and he was enamored with Brother Polight. He wanted Brother Polight lifestyle. Y'all keep talking about, Sanetta keep telling y'all that, Brother Polight went to Hollywood. Sanetta wanted to be in Hollywood with Brother Polight. He was jealous. Felt like that's where he should have been. But a lot of people surpassed him. Same thing happened with Young Pharaoh. Same thing happened with Seti. Seti was bringing his stuff out back then. So Q Butter's full of shit. Because he's on here today riding the HOK bandwagon. But I had conversations with Q Butter back in. And by the way, I went to Q Butter's punk ass school. He be talking all that trash. One day we was on, Q Butter was sticking up for Cynthia G in the divestment community. Why? Because Cynthia G was collecting cash apps for him. He even went against me for Taz And Cynthia G, he was all about that divestment stuff because they was giving him cash apps. He's full of it. I have personal conversations with Q Butter. Q Butter was telling me behind the scenes that him and them Brooklyn cats, I don't care what he was doing. He ain't never hollered at me. Last time I heard, when I went on the show, he was trying to disrespect me. Call me a pseudo. Q Butter. I have personal conversations with Q Butter, y'all. Q Butter was saying him and them dudes from Brooklyn was gonna run down on the House of Consciousness. Y'all don't know what's going on. And he was gonna run down on the House of Consciousness. Why, Q Butter? Why were you and your little Brooklyn friends talking about running up on 125th? Because you told me they were scamming the community and they wouldn't give you a voice. That Garfield was a scammer. You sent that woman to me. I still got the woman that you sent to me. I still got a Facebook page. The woman that said Garfield scammed us. Now, Garfield has been mad at me. Garfield, if you want to be mad at somebody, bro, be mad at Q Butter. He sent me both of those people. The young man who said you scammed him, his friend, and his friend's mother. And then the young lady that you sent me that said Garfield scammed him. So Q Butter, he had a falling out. And it was over I Empress segment. Because I Empress segment, when Sanetta was using her as a battering ram. So one day she goes on the show and says, she cursed my whole bloodline for nothing. And this is when I was exposing the whole Black Power Illuminati thing. Back then, I was calling them the Black Illuminati. So we fell out. And that's how I fell out with Q Butter. Next thing I know, Q Butter talking about whatever. So what did I do? I went to Brooklyn. I didn't go to Brooklyn on no drama stuff, but I called Q Butter. I'm like, I'm in New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to come check out your school or whatever. So
I sped up his voice, but I forgot to normalize it, make it the same tone, so his voice doesn't really sound like that.
I went to Brooklyn. I went to Q Butter school. Sat down with Q Butter in his studio. He took me through a tour. I had a video up before. You got to understand, this is at the same time when Joe Benjamin had fell out with Sanetta. Joe Benjamin knew about what was going on with Brother Polight. A lot of people was falling out with Sanetta over Brother Polight 10 years ago. Sanetta is bullshit. Sanetta was banging so hard for Polight, you wouldn't believe it. And he knew all the stuff was true. So me, Solomon, and Old God was like, fuck it. Might as well go all out. They coming at us over Brother Polight. And so that's how we started banging on Sanetta. That's when I did this video that went viral. It was called a Black Illuminati. It was one of the first videos I did on them cats. And I was breaking down I did a video the other day called Black Devils. Y'all need to go. It was the same type of video. And I was talking about these cats coming in the name of Black Power just for a hustle. Now I need y'all to understand why these cats are protecting Brother Polight. This is when the Armor Raw Squad, these niggas is coming up out of the Malachi Z. York stuff. See, and them, y'all gotta understand, was heavily involved with the Nawabian movement. Was on the land. Matter of fact, some of the children involved in what happened with Dr. York, some of those children are Ank's friends' children. Y'all need to pay attention. Ankh was a hardcore Nawabian. So now the Armor Raw Squad, all of them Armor Raw Squad dudes, Wu Jiao, they all ex-Nawabians. So y'all gotta understand that all of them come from the root of this tree. That's why they're all scattering like roaches right now. And I want y'all to know something else. At this time, Ankh was cutting chickens and doing voodoo rituals. Ankh put out a video with some blood on a stick with his altar. This was like 10 years ago, where he was sacrificing chickens to the god Bess because Ankh was dealing with Nikki Love at this time. Y'all don't know about this stuff. This is blog talks.
I remember that Nikki Love shit.
And this was not too long after Ankh got caught cheating on his wife with Nikki Love. He tried to come out, I'm gonna be accountable to the nigga cheated on his wife with Nikki Love and was sacrificing chickens. So did he put out a picture of like this altar with blood on a stick, right? He was doing voodoo. Y'all gotta understand. This is why he's calling everybody pseudos 10 years ago. And he even said that his son asked him, what is that? And he just told him, it's a blood sacrifice. The whole Armor Raw Squad, a Dr. Malachi Z. York disciple. Yeah, hit me up, Sanchez. Hit me up. All of them dudes. Now, this is when, at this time, I had a debate, y'all, that I often take down out of respect for the brother, Hashim Azinga. If anyone remember, I debated Hashim Azinga, and the name of the debate was, is Black Power dead? And the reason I was saying Black Power is dead is for all the reasons. I wasn't saying that the movement of Black people were dead. I was talking about them. And I'm going to have to repost that debate that I had with the leader of the Black Panthers, Hashim Mazinga. But out of respect, I take the debate down because I beat him up pretty bad in the debate. So Unc and all of them all come out of the Dr. Malachi Z. York root. They come out of that. So these niggas is full of shit. They was protecting Polight. But you know how much shit these niggas put us through? These niggas was calling me on the phone. Him and Polight threatening my life with gangbangers and stuff because we was reporting Polight scamming. Said he put a $10,000 hit on my head, bruh. And now you niggas coming out trying to act like you gonna separate yourselves and we told y'all and playing all these goddamn games. Yo out your cotton picking goddamn mind, bruh. As much videos, as much slander y'all gave us. As much slander as y'all gave us. That Sanetta is a piece of shit. All of them. Now to see y'all falling for the trick of this whole thing. That's why I didn't go hard when the Polight stuff happened. Because I didn't want to be a part of this clout chasing BS with these niggas using pedo stuff for views and likes. Y'all was right there with Polight, bruh.
I don't use this for views and likes. Matter of fact, a lot of people say they like my shows, but when I talk about like a lot of the details about sexual abuse, or we're looking at a case where it happened to a child, they'll skip those lives. So I don't know what you are referring to, but yeah.
He was going at him when all his victims were coming to us. When the cargo...
And also me, my children, my whole family, these niggas in the HOK made a whole family for me. Like, fuck it. Fuck your real family. We gonna put this out and say, child, it went down. So, like, I was fucked with too. So what, that don't mean shit?
Y'all remember the cargo minium thing? I got a recording. Wait till I pull it out. They banged on us for that. I got a recording. Michael Edwards don't know. Michael Edwards put out all type of stuff on me. I have an old recording with him calling into my show, talking about what a gentleman Polight was, how I was jealous because Polight had a family and money, and Polight was building for the community about the cargo minium stuff. Him, backed by Sanetta. Nah, Sanchez ain't clout chasing. Hey, listen, me and Sanchez has had our issues. My only issues with Sanchez is never really been personal as a brother. I disagree with a lot of his, but me and Sanchez was mad cool. I used to have a whole show for Sanchez. Matter of fact, I'm the original person. When Sanchez used to come on my show, I used to play, the champ is here, the champ is here. I fell out with a lot of people over, because y'all didn't know I was, y'all know I was a flat earther for about a month. Because I was exploring it. So I had a whole show with Sanchez. Sanchez used to come on, I used to play, the champ is here, the champ is here, and I let Sanchez beat everybody up. And they were mad at me over that back then. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is we were the only voice for the people in the black radio. Me, Solamine, and Oh God. And that whole community, every single one of them. And listen, when I say the whole community, y'all, I'm not just talking about the dudes on the camera, like Dr. Reggie, Brother Unc, Garfield and all of them. I'm talking about the people in the chat room. Bro, that we was enemies of the goddamn state. Why? Because all of them were protecting Brother Polight no matter what was going on. And that's why we had beef. It was no other reason. And let me tell you something, Dr. Ink. Matter of fact, I think the show is still up on Brother Polight's channel. Me and Polight had got into it heavy over something. And I guess Polight at one point decided that he wanted to make amends about some things. So he called me and invited me on his show. I went on the show, and I think it's still, I'm going to go find that video. It's on I Am Brother Polight. Now, at this time, I was kind of still on my kind of Bible Christian shit, right? But on that same show, we started talking about materialism, and Brother Polight and Dr. Inky and his man all attacked me on that show. Dr. Inky was right there with him. Dr. Inky is full of shit. Sanetta is right about that. If anybody was right next to Polight, witnessing the whole thing, wore the t-shirt, literally, it was Dr. Inky. Yo, I can't, y'all are slow. Y'all are slow. That's what's going on. Y'all still fall for propaganda and bullshit. All them niggas, why you think they going so hard right now? Why you think Garfield's going so hard? It's to separate himself now that the hammer's coming down. But when we was going at Polight 10 years ago, all them niggas was protecting the bag. Every single one of them, including Sanetta. Where's little Rah-Rah? Y'all remember Sanetta's nephew? They was doing rap songs. Sanetta recruited his nephew off the streets just to come at Lex Vortex. Hassan, you remember all of that, right? Somebody said, yo, Brother Polight threatened and said he had a $10,000 hit on my head. And Sanetta co-signed it. Sanetta called me on the phone with Brother Polight, talking about we gonna pop your top. And they had Bloods and Crips on the line. Now, why was you doing that, Sanetta? If we was just reporting what people had came to us for. Hassan remembers in the black. And yo, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna go back in my archives. I'll show you Ankh defending him. I'm gonna tell you, at one point, Ankh was blaming the people, bro. He wasn't warning nobody. Ankh used to say, this is what Ankh said. And I remember as clear as day. When all the scamming shit was coming out, Ankh was like, hey, there's a sucker born every day. If y'all go give Polight your money, I'm not even blaming Polight no more. That's what Ankh said. And the only reason why Ankh was mad is because he wasn't getting the money. All of them was with the shits, y'all. All of them was with the shits. Oh, no, they lying, bruh. Bro, them niggas, it was so super. Oh, yo, I don't even want to include, bruh. I'm going to just tell you, bruh. Because you got to understand, Queen Afua said Polight was her son. So Supernova Slum and Polight was well connected on some Bloods and Crips type, connection gang life type stuff. Polight called Queen Afua his mama. Listen, y'all, that whole circle. And that's why I tell y'all I don't use the term Pan-African no more. Don't associate with the conscious community. I don't do the race shit. None of that. Because these Negroes are wicked as hell. They still trying to get money. That's all they trying to, bro. At the end of the day, Sanetta, he's not trying to, man, and that goddamn Nepal is a goddamn actress with her fake ass outrage. How is Nepal gonna act like she's protecting children and she's so appalled and they y'all love to talk about this pedo stuff, but then talk about she's a Hebrew Israelite and the Most High and promote the Bible that she says that grape is allowed in. How is Nepal gonna do that with her old actress ass? Polight, she's an actress. She's trying to protect that brand, so she's trying to help Sanetta get some money so she can finally get a proper goddamn engagement ring. He's a goddamn actor. And so all of this is going on, y'all. We was bringing all of this out, and we got ostracized.
Remember that video, too. I was looking for that clip, too.
From the community all the way down to Professor Griff. All the way down to Professor Griff. Because Sanetta called Professor Griff when Lex and when Solomon and Ogod was interviewing him and blackballed him. If Brother Polight had shared that bag with them, yo, and I'm talking about, and I'm gonna tell you who really knows what's going on. Brother Polight was the hottest thing smoking amongst all of them, and all of them knew about the scamming. Even that old sucker that used to stream out in England, call him Brother Kalam, huh? Remember Michael Edwards, the Hebrew? Michael Edwards became a member of New Covenant. Now, these people never had nothing on me, y'all. Never. The only thing they ever had on, and this is what makes them so mad. This is what makes them so mad. The only thing that I got in a fallout with a personal relationship with a woman I was in. And, you know, she came and said that I had took some money from her or something or whatever. Fine. And then they tried to use that. A personal thing that I had going on. Not no scamming shit on the internet. A personal relationship I had with someone off of the internet. And then Nepal, that wicked ass witch, came and told the community that I had AIDS. That my ex-girlfriend had contacted her. And she went on Judah's channel and told everybody that I had AIDS. These are some low-down people. And then they try to act like, oh, you know, Lex is so dirty. Why was he doing that? Oh, he attacked the Sanetta TV Awards and all this. Bro, you know how much shit these niggas put me through on social media for going at Polight when I had never personally wronged them? It was I got all their flack because people were coming to me saying these people scammed me. And because I let them on to do an interview, these niggas went ham on me and they blackballed me for the last 10 years. And Ankh and them are still mad because I beat their asses up on Evolution 10 years ago, and they never forgave me because I embarrassed them all back then. They was embarrassed. Everybody, the Hebrew Israelite, the whole community, they was pumping like they were so scientific or whatever, and I mollywopped his ass on Blog Talk Radio. Why y'all think that video ain't? It's on my channel. Go through my channel and look up Lex Vortex versus Ngozi and the Amara Squad. I killed them 10 years ago on Evolution, and they've been mad ever since. Why you think Cedric ran from the debate? Pseudo killers, listen, the Amarad and pseudo killers, y'all, they're Nawabians. They're Nubians. They're Nubians. Come from that tree. Why you think he goes so hard on the whole pseudo stuff? If all the scamming stuff, right? Everybody knew even before Kemet on trial. Hold up. Kemet on trial. That's when Polight made his money. Who was talking about the Kemet on trial and how they scammed people back then? Polight made over $2 million that night from Kemet on trial. Now,
see, now we're hearing different numbers because before it was 100,000, a million. Now it's 2 million that Polight made. I know that there was another stream, meaning that Sanetta Polight was streaming the live as well, you know.
In order to have Kemet on trial, it was Unc, Shaka Amos. They had a whole team. Smash Rockwell. Y'all had to work with each other to prepare those presentations. The scamming allegations had already been out there, Smash Rockwell. Smash Rockwell acting like he's so mad at Polight. You know why he's mad? Because them two bitch scamming, hustling ass niggas didn't get none of that bag from Kemet on trial. Anybody remember Kemet on trial? Bro, this is what turned Sanetta out, really. That Kemet on trial was the first time I think they did the pay-per-view. The live pay-per-view. And there was over 60,000 people in the Kemet on trial debate, y'all. At $20 a pop. Y'all do the math. This is when Polight moved to Hollywood. This is when they started falling out. This is when all of them, Polight starts flossing and making his little, connections and doing all the Hollywood stuff. And that's when they all got mad. That's when Sanetta realized that, Polight was rising above him. And Polight wasn't doing what they wanted. So then, and Unc and them, that's why why you think they got mad at Young Pharaoh? It was about the money. I even heard Unc hating on Young Pharaoh, talking about, this man got a Lamborghini. What I got? Kicking his pseudoism. That's why Seti and Young Pharaoh canceled that debate with the Amara squad. That's why Unc is mad at Seti and them to this day. After they seen that Kemet on trial, oh my God, their eyes just lit up, bro. Their eyes. And so they're still mad at Pharaoh and Seti because they canceled that Metal Netta debate. And that was going to be their big payday. But Unc and Seti was smart. They said, we ain't giving you clowns no money. You ain't going to pimp us. Plus, we know you some scammers. Shout out to Young Pharaoh. Me and Young Pharaoh, y'all don't know, me and Young Pharaoh was cool. When they was attacking Young Pharaoh, I was talking to Young Pharaoh. And guess what? Young Pharaoh was going in on their ass. And guess who was going in on him? Dr. Ma'at, Miss Bailey. And they tried to get him locked up. Now, Young Pharaoh could not put the information out because they had him going to court. And Unc and Sanetta, now y'all listen to this. They were trying to get people to call Young Pharaoh's probation officer and have him violated. Young Pharaoh, tell me I'm lying. But you know what? And I never brought it out. But I talked to Young Pharaoh on the phone. And he wanted the people to know what was going on with Dr. Ma'at's evil ass. He sent me an email with all the information about her snitching ass. They were trying to get Young Pharaoh locked up over some goddamn YouTube bullshit.
That's a fact.
Why you think Dr. Ma'at took that young man to court and tried to get him to go to jail?
Facts.
Because he brought out, now y'all know Dr. Ma'at is from Baltimore. Dr. Ma'at was caught up in a federal bank scheme. Young Pharaoh brought it out. Everybody in the case got locked up. She got out. She did no time. Why? Because Young Pharaoh brought out the fact that she was a goddamn snitch. And I believe that Dr. Ma'at and Unc got a criminal history going back to his drug dealing days. They try to get Young Pharaoh locked up. A young man just coming up. A young man. They were so mad that he was getting, you know what I'm saying, more clout than them because they thought he was pseudo, to the point where they try to destroy the young man's life and get him locked up. Go ask Young Pharaoh if I'm lying. So shout out, and y'all, I'm going to tell you, just for the record, I don't believe Solomon is a pedophile. I said what I said about him and whether he groped that little girl. I don't believe he's a pedophile, though. I believe that Solomon is just a real street nigga. And I believe Soleimani gonna end up breaking them niggas' faces off up there if they keep fucking with him. Don't use my voice like that, bro. If I took that shit down, that's between me and Soleimani, you dirty motherfucker. Don't use my voice for shit. I don't even fuck with you, man. No, I don't believe Soleimani a goddamn pedophile. And the reason why you won't leave Soleimani alone is because Nepal has never took her lips off Soleimani's dick. And Soleimani got something way bigger and better than Nepal's silly ass. Anybody that know, let's be real, y'all. This nigga done put this bimbo up there as a scholar. That ain't no goddamn scholar. That's an embarrassment right there. Somebody said this community's in shit. Listen, it should be, though. The community, listen, y'all. That's why I said, and I want to give y'all this. The way they hijack, y'all got to understand the role that Ankh plays in bringing forth this new atheistic, satanic bullshit that they put on the community. I seen this happening years ago when they started attacking the elders years ago. That's why these niggas never I seen them doing it. They seen the conscious community and they said, we see a weakness in a weakness in the rap game and sold it. They started attacking the elders and all them, Phil Valentine and all them years ago, not because they were pseudo, y'all, not because they cared, because they wanted the money and they seen a career in consciousness. So they had to get the elders out of the way. This nigga Ankh just recently disrespected the man who was supposed to be their elder, Dr. James Small, called him a clown, disrespecting African spirituality. But I'll give y'all the history of how Sanetta and Polight hijack consciousness. This capitalistic consciousness that y'all are into today, I remember the origins. And I'll tell you the exact phrase that they were using. This is y'all talking to y'all talking to the historian of this shit. The phrase that they was using and Polight and Sutek in the House of Consciousness was no more poor righteous teachers. When spirituality meets economics. And Polight started bringing this whole movement, him and Sanetta back then. See, y'all are new, y'all don't know this. That you don't have to be conscious and be broke. That was their thing. But nobody was ever really saying that. But they started this when spirituality meets economics. And Polight started slandering the elders because they were so-called broke. And Sanetta too. Oh, see, they died broke. We ain't gonna be no poor righteous teachers. So we gonna mix spirituality with economics. And that's how they brought the hustle in. And now, whenever niggas criticize them for their scams, they say, oh, these niggas is hating. These niggas is broke. These niggas trying to stop people's money. These niggas pocket watching. They set the stage for the hustle. And that's why Ankh's low-life ass stay connected to Sanetta's hip. We was banging on the debates back then. They were saying we was hating because we kept saying, I was saying shit like, yo, if y'all can hold a debate and raise $2 million, I'm like, we can hang. I said, we can have the same event and raise $2 million for the people and go buy some land. And remember, I told y'all know that plan I be showing y'all. I told y'all back then, I was trying to organize these 2-bit hustling ass niggas. I had Polight on the phone, Ankh on the phone, Captain Tazariak on the phone, and Sanetta on the phone. And I was like, why don't we form a conscious community corporation and coalition? They was all against it. They did not want unity back then because unity would not allow them to run the debate scams. They usurped consciousness. They are not the conscious community. They became the conscious community. And they was about that bag way back then. So me, Soleimani, and oh God, y'all are late to this game. We was attacked by the conscious community because people came to us and said I was scammed. And these niggas had their guns out. They were doing videos. They were going harder than you could ever believe to protect Brother Polight. So all of them knew.
Oh, man, I haven't heard CD Fury in a minute. Furry, whatever, in a minute.
Every single one of them. And you wonder why they talk shit about Lex Vortex to this day. And why do y'all notice this nigga Sanetta is snitching like, yeah, can you imagine if he was on the street He start bringing up all other people, like trying to bring people down. Why are you even using my voice? Why are you even talking about red pill and blue pill and everybody else? In other words, Sanetta is telling on the whole network. If y'all niggas basically pulled the same Nino Brown that Polight pulled 10 years ago. If I'm going down, everybody's going down. And that's why all these niggas is getting in line and in check. Because he's starting to scream out names. He's starting to snitch. The Amara Squad, y'all know Wu Jiao? Wu Jiao was Dr. Malachi G. York's personal assistant. Personal assistant. All of them Amara Squad dudes come from the tree of Malachi G. York. Now, I will tell you this, and I gotta be honest. When Garfield first came on the scene, clout chasing, it was on Blog Talk Radio. Garfield was going at Dr. Malachi G. York 10 years ago with his old credit scamming ass. He was going at Dr. Malachi G. York. That's how he came in the game on Blog Talk. But Sanetta's right, because Red Pill and Blue Pill introduced Polight to the community first. Y'all let me tell you how far back my memory goes. Red Pill and Blue Pill have an interview with Brother Polight on Blog Talk Radio when he first came in, when they was calling him the young phenom. He speaks 7 languages, no calculus, blah, blah, blah. He got the Y's, claimed he had the restaurant. They was all dick riding this man. Red Pill and Blue Pill did an interview with him, and in that interview, I remember it plain as day. Go look on, let me tell y'all what y'all gotta do. Before YouTube, it was Blog Talk Radio. Go look up them old shows on Blog Talk Radio. Polight said in that interview with the Red and the Blue Pill that the conscious community niggas was weak and that they was gonna strong arm the conscious community. He said that shit 15 years ago on Red and Blue Pill's Blog Talk Radio show. He was going to strong arm the conscious community with his Crip gang members. And he did it. And he did it. They all knew. Listen, I got the video. And I don't even, when they talk about Ren and Tech, there's a video. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is because they'll go try to remove it. But I think I got it stored somewhere. When Polight, what was it? Was it the Kemet on trial? Yeah, it was like the after shows after that. Polight is sitting on the couch with Ren and Tech. And all these dudes are there sitting around while this little girl is sitting on his lap, stroking his head. I'm the only nigga in the chat room that said, yo, this shit. I said, yo, why is she? This is a weird relationship between a daughter. And people say, oh, no, she just loves her daddy. No, there's no little girl that comes sitting on her daddy's lap and rubbing his fucking head. And all these niggas was around in that. I'm going to show y'all that scene. It looked like they all was about, like, it was a real freaky scene. It looked like they all was about to, like, do something in that room. So we been calling out these dudes. And y'all chose them because they was popular, because they had views, because they said black power. And they still run that game to today. I remember when Sanetta was on the street, I was putting in, nigga, he wasn't putting in no work. You was imitating the Hebrew Israelites. With the whole outside, with the bullhorn and the pictures. You got that from the Israelites, nigga. That was all for show. Ankh was Polight's right-hand man. Garfield was...
Peace, Lex Vortex. Shout out to you. Again, I was not trying to devalue you as a person or any of your works or anything like that. I did think that this stuff needed to be heard. I do remember some of it, and I'm paying attention to what I don't, know about. So shout out to him. Also, this is the person that is doing the video. If you don't know, you can also find his link in the description as well. Let's get on with the video.
Polight's right-hand man. Brother Reggie, Polight's right-hand man. You know who wasn't Polight's right-hand man? Natural Tahuti. Natural Tahuti. Natural Tahuti. They got Natural Tahuti locked up. They're responsible for that. Why? Because Natural Tahuti was trying to do something positive and, in a conscious community, and Polight wouldn't debate him. He was basically begging Polight for a debate. He was begging those people to help him. That's why he ended up selling drugs and go to jail. And it's a big coincidence after Natural Tahuti got into it with Brother Polight that Natural Tahuti got locked the fuck up. I'm telling y'all that for years and years, I had to be quiet. Because this is the thing, right? The people, y'all always wrong. Just like now. Y'all persecuted me, Soul of Mine, and Oh God. So Q Butter, I don't want to hear your bullshit. You over there clout chasing when they would not let you on that goddamn screen. Lex brought you to the community. And you disrespected me for Cynthia G, a goddamn divester. And you supposed to be so-called a Pan-African. Now all of a sudden, you tiptoeing around the tulips with the House of Consciousness. You know why I dealt with the House of Consciousness? Not because I didn't know they were slime buckets. Just so I can be in a mist sometime to fight their misinformation and expose them niggas. Look what he's doing again. He's still being a snake. Still trying to make money. Remember we was talking about doing the battle rap shit? So the nigga was always plotting on trying to make some money off of some shit Lex was doing. Now he got a battle rap tournament. These niggas is out for that bag, bruh. And that's why I keep warning y'all about capitalism and the goddamn black Illuminati and the goddamn black boule. The nigga pimped the Israelites for years. For years. Now that the Israelites are waking up, the niggas trying to pimp the Aboriginal community. And Aboriginal power is his new bitch. That nigga so stupid, he don't know. Now he thinks Sanetta want to be his friend. No, nigga, and Top Cats too. Two of Sanetta's two new bitches. But Dane Calloway wouldn't let you niggas pimp him. That's why you mad. So he mad at me because I put out the video of warning Dane Calloway in the Aboriginal community, don't get pimped like the Israelites get pimped. But them thirsty ass niggas, what they do? They're thirsty for that camera. We was talking about this shit 15 years ago. That camera is powerful. Even now, after this video, what y'all gonna see? Y'all gonna see them niggas trying to attack Lex. Trying to bring up old videos. Talking, oh, he's a flip-flopper. Oh, he lives in his car. Oh, but they ain't got shit on me scamming nobody in this motherfucking community. And the truth is, y'all gonna fail if y'all allow that group of black people to remain in control of media. Y'all wanna make every excuse. You're failing again. You're failing again. Told y'all 10 years ago that black power was dead. Not black empowerment, but that whole little group of these boule-ass, Harlem hustling, fake-ass niggas, they haven't moved the community to action in no way in the last 20 goddamn years. And now you got a bunch of fucking wicked-ass niggas telling niggas that the important thing that we need to know is that we come from fucking monkeys. That's what they want to disrespect Bobby Hemmett, disrespect Phil Valentine, disrespect Dr. Ben, disrespect elders, and what they got for us? Oh, we come from monkeys, nigga. That's gonna solve the fucking problem. These are some wicked ass. You know what it is too, y'all? It's capitalism. These niggas ain't trying to work. This consciousness shit is they bag. See, I keep telling them, you gotta have another gig if you want to be a servant of the people, because if you get paid, it compromises what the fuck you're doing. That's why Sanetta has always been compromised. Why is it that this y'all see this video right here? YouTube got me shadow banned. Why is it that when I do a video, I get pinged all the fucking time? These niggas never get pinged. Never get flagged, nothing. Why? Because they work for the motherfucking small hats. Listen, y'all know I got problems with religion. All of that is cool. But why the fuck these niggas spend so much time attacking religion, but not the system? Y'all ever wondered why? That's an easy out. You attacking the Bible every fucking day, but want to tell us that ain't no problem with the system. Ain't no problem with capitalism. You got all this power to bring people together for debates, but you never bring the people together and say, let's really do something. Let's build a goddamn conscious community lemonade stand. Let's get some land. But you know what it is? Sanetta's a fucking loser. He's trying to retire. The nigga ain't got no 401k, got no skills, ain't got nothing. He's a fucking loser. and he's looking for his last home run. Just like a mobster that gets out the game, retires, and goes to Miami. You know how Jada just said, gangsters don't die, they just get chubby and move to Miami. That's what this nigga's trying to do. And I don't listen. I want Sanetta to be able to do that. But the nigga gotta realize, just do the right thing for once in your motherfucking life, bruh.
Yeah, let's get these likes up.
Stop coming with everything with a fucking angle. Everything gotta be a hustle. Everything you worried about what people gotta say. Nigga, take responsibility, accountability, and shut the fuck up and move on and do the right fucking thing, you motherfucking piece of shit. Attack of religion. Oh, y'all, listen, y'all, let me tell you something. Israelites and Cometics and Moors and Nawabians, all these people used to fuck with each other before Sanetta. They had their little debates. But what we call the conscious community, it was all kind of respected. It was differences and, yeah, people used to debate, but it was never like this. It was never Egypt versus fucking Israel. The RBG community accepted all of that shit. So that's why with this pedo shit, man, I just said, man, I can't engage. First of all, the conversation is very uncomfortable. Y'all niggas seem to me, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all are a little too fakely outraged over this shit. And it's just like, yo, y'all are playing with fucking fire with that pedo shit. Using that shit as a weapon and just like, yo, that shit ain't cool. I don't even like that fucking conversation like that. And now the chickens have come home to fucking roost and all these roaches are fucking scattering. Every single one of them motherfuckers scattering. Trying to distance theyself. Trying to act like they the righteous ones. Trying to act like they was the ones that was ringing the fucking bell. No, y'all wasn't. No, y'all wasn't. All of y'all, while you trying to fight each other and trying to confuse people, all of y'all at the House of Consciousness knew what the fuck was going on and you fought for that nigga. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. That's the only reason why we got beef. Like, share, and subscribe when you come in, y'all. That's why these niggas have been trying to blackball me for years. That's why these niggas have mischaracterized me for years. It was over, brother Polight. That's all it was over, y'all. It was over me messing with they bag. Why you think we had all this beef and contention? It was over them niggas protecting brother Polight for the last 15 goddamn years. What else was it about? That's how it all started. Ask Solomon. Ask Oh God. Ask the Hebrew Israelites that was around. Ask Daniela. Huh? Ask Zion Lex. They was all there. So I don't want to hear none of the bullshit now. With you fuck Johnny come latelys. I'm telling y'all, what y'all are seeing now happened already 15 years ago. This same conversation. And guess who was the ones being motherfucking convicted? Lex Vortex, Solomon, and Oh God. This already happened. This is just a repeat of what happened 15 years ago. It's just on a bigger scale because now a nigga really got locked up. The truth is, if we was to dig into it all them niggas would be locked up. Rico action, nigga. All them niggas would be locked up. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. You might not fucking like it. I think Polight is a piece of shit or whatever. But the case is still fucking doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not even gonna go into that. The nigga did something or whatever. But what I'm telling you, these motherfuckers, if Polight had came out and let's say that they dropped all the fucking cases, right? Let's just say something. All these niggas, Sanetta would have been like, I told you, motherfuckers. I told you, motherfuckers.
Facts.
Now Polight is coming back. The champions, y'all tried to take them out. Y'all tried to blah, blah, blah. And see, I told you not to jump out the window and blah, blah, blah. He would have ran that whole shit. They would have set up this great. Them niggas would have made so much money off of you dumbass motherfuckers. Everything that happens, them niggas are going to try to monetize it. Because them niggas is Wazungu. Them niggas is motherfucking demons in blackface. Everything, even this, they going to monetize it somehow. That's why I keep telling y'all, they hijack consciousness. When spirituality meets economics. No more poor righteous teachers. We can be rich and conscious. And see, that's true. But they was using it as an excuse to make everything about money. Money, 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 money. This nigga just recently told Neo X that he didn't believe that she was molested as a 4-year-old girl. Why would you say, you gonna say some shit like that over disagreements? And all them fucking bird brain ass women over there said the same shit. Scrambled fucking eggs. Y'all are women. And just because Sanetta's beefing with Neo X, all of a sudden, what happened to all that womanhood? What happened to sticking by the sisters and believing the victim? But y'all just told Neo X that she was lying about being abused at 4 and 5 years old. Yeah, and upon all them scrambled bird brain ass chicks. Scrambled eggs. And Sanetta's so stupid, he don't even realize that it's Nepal's wicked ass energy that brings all this to him. Y'all remember when she ran off with Killer Priest? There was peace for about a month on the House of Consciousness when that bitch was gone. The nigga stupid. She's a clout chasing. She ain't even black. She's a Karen. Do y'all know Judah Nazareth is my witness? Judah Nazareth is my witness. Nepal, beyond the so-called, they're supposed to be African-centered and black power. Nepal got on Judah Nazareth's channels like a month or two ago and said, she was talking shit about black men and said, my daughter is going to marry an Asian man. She told Judah that. Hold on, what's all this black power stuff? Why are you over here then? You don't even want you don't even want your daughter marrying a black man? But you over here talking about black people issues? She said her daughter was gonna marry an Asian man. Now y'all know I told y'all I don't deal with the race shit no more. I don't, because I know that the wickedness is just too much from you niggas. And if a person's righteous, they righteous. I'm about my people first. But I accept all righteous people from all races, creeds, and colors. But you can't be on some so-called peace and black power family and black.
Allegedly, she's not black, yes.
People, and that's why, you know why Sanetta's always talking shit about black people? That's Nepal in his ear.
Facts.
Because she hates black people. That's why, man, it's you niggas. There's no conscious community. There's a nigga community. What the fuck? What the fuck are you in the Klan, nigga? There's no conscious community, but there is a nigga community. The fuck? You would think the nigga was motherfucking Andrew Jackson or some shit. The fuck is the nigga community? So I told y'all, man. Hey, like, share, and subscribe when you come in. Support the channel today. $ Lex Vortex 777. I know the history. Solar Mind knows the history. Oh, God knows the history. We know what we went through. Why was y'all attacking us? Because we was attacking Polight. So, nigga, I'm living proof that you niggas is lying. I'm living proof. I'ma tell y'all, Unc is Sanetta's handler. Unc is the wickedest nigga on fucking YouTube. That nigga has $ and crime in his fucking eyes. In his eyes. And now y'all see what Unc's trying to do? Let me show you how dirty these niggas are. Now he want to try to connect so-called pseudoism to pedophilia. Yeah, I told you, it's the pseudos. It's the pseudos. Are you see? So they still gonna try to use this to pump their agenda. Polight was an atheist, nigga. And let me say this. For all of you that follow the pseudo killer clowns. If there's no spirit, if there is no intelligence in the universe, and this is why Unc kicked me off the panel for asking him this question the other day. What? Then why are you mad if we're all apes? Why are y'all getting mad at when a motherfucker do some ape shit? What is your moral fucking ruler? Because as far as I know, in the ape world, nigga, they don't give a fuck about age. In the animal world, in the jungle, lions go after the young and the old when it's time to eat. They pray to eat, nigga. You say we all animals and fucking the world is just random. The Great Spirit don't exist. African spirituality is bullshit, then why the fuck do you have a problem with anybody that someone does? That's just a part of nature, nigga. What fucking morality rule are you using for a random fucking universe that has no purpose or meaning? Nigga, there's no morality in fucking evolution and atheism, you dumbass nigga. Any nigga that tell me he's a fucking atheist and that the world, there's no spirit, spirituality is pseudo, then what the fuck are you measuring how somebody does something wrong? Because in the jungle, nigga, if you hungry, you take what the fuck you need. And motherfuckers get ate when it's time to eat. The lion ain't got no motherfucking morality. And if some gorilla in the jungle wants some young ass, nigga, he takes it. Animals, great, nigga. So y'all see how crazy this shit is? I told y'all, these niggas are spiritually being led by a fucking white Satanist named Aaron Ra. Aaron Ra, look him up. They master teacher. They rolled out the red. This nigga's a member of the Temple of Satan. But these niggas talking about we trying to get rid of the pseudos out the community, and they motherfucking master teacher is a member of the Temple of Satan. Now this nigga's supposed to be the God killer. Why does y'all gotta ask yourself about these niggas are Satanists? And why is it that this nigga wants to kill God but not Satan? You ever notice that? These niggas have all the problems with God or the things that are associated with any kind of good, but nigga, why ain't you the Satan killer? Why is Satan okay? Think about that. Them niggas don't ever attack the satanic church. Ain't Satan a god? If you the God killer, then why are you discriminative in terms of what gods you want to kill? Because you's a wicked ass, hoe ass nigga. Can barely read. You the nigga that ain't got no fucking degrees. Want to call everybody pseudo. You was the nigga that was following Malachi Z. York. You was the nigga living on the land. You and Wu Jiao and your Amin Ra squad members. You was the nigga who believed that Malachi Z. York was the angel Michael one time. You believe that shit. You believe that Malachi Z. York was from the 8th planet called Risk, nigga. You believe that shit. Now you want to come out here and project that shit on everyone else because you fell in the well of pseudoisms. Now you done went to the extreme and become a fucking lost Satanist. You punk ass nigga. I was listening to Garfield show earlier today. Rob Bourne was on there talking. I never fuck with that nigga, man. Mr. Tough Guy. Fuck Rob Bourne. That nigga was trying to get a debate with Polight himself. Go look up the video. Polight refused to debate him. Because the nigga, Polight was like, look, see how he's talking? I remember the video when he was talking about debating Polight. What was it, last year or a year or two ago? Rob Bourne was about to debate the nigga. And Polight was like, I won't debate him because of his attitude and the offensive, dealing with the 5% nation and all that. So this nigga was about to debate Polight. All them niggas is full of shit. So yeah, this is chess, not checkers. So people say, well, you was fucking with Sanetta. Yeah, because I'm the one who's good-hearted. I'm the one who, even back then, I'm the one who tried to broker peace between in the black and them. I'm the one that called the peace treaty back then. Because I really love my people. I'm the one that gave that nigga the chances. That nigga was begging me to come on his platform. I wasn't going to Sanetta like Chris Harris. Clout chasing. That nigga was, y'all remember the shows? That nigga would come on here like Lex, you scared to come on.
What, Tony? For real?
On the platform and all that. That nigga, I wasn't fucking with him. And then when I say, oh, you know what? Maybe we can do something. Maybe the nigga woke. Maybe he's ready to really do something real for the community. And I fucked with the nigga. But I never trust the nigga. And the nigga proved to me that I couldn't trust him once again when he came and lied to the people about that Dulcinea debate. Talking about I didn't show up when the nigga knew it was canceled a week before. And he came out and tried to play me in front of the motherfucking people. The nigga lied. That's how we fought. Now you see the nigga still trying to go on and run with the shit I was doing with the battle rap shit. That shows you what kind of snake he is. He wanted to do that from the beginning. I was willing to work with the nigga and try to get him out that shit. I was telling him, nigga, you need to do something else. You know what? You can hook up with him. We can do this battle rap shit. And then the nigga turned around and
No, because Tony said Malachi's son, Malachi York Jr., was arrested in 2020 on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. And then the bottom part. I didn't know that. So.
stab me in the back again. Then a nigga try to use my voice last night on some shit I don't want nothing to do with. Nigga, leave me the fuck out of your shit. Trying to cause more issues between me and Solomon. Nigga, I'll ride with Solomon any day on your bitch ass, nigga. So, that's the truth of the matter, y'all. What y'all seeing now, this shit is a repeat of history. These niggas attacked us vehemently. Protected all of them. All of them.
Right, we need to find that out. I screenshot the message.
Attacked us vehemently over this nigga, man. Vehemently. I'm talking about these niggas was trying to kill us. They was trying to hurt niggas' lives. This nigga posted a motherfucking post of me on Doggy Diamond's website saying that I was a pedo, nigga. This nigga was trying to affect my professional career, nigga. Over brother Polight. So now you niggas ain't gonna come out with this bullshit on my watch right now. Now you ain't gonna do it. But that's it, y'all. You know what I mean? I might do a part 2. What I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back in the archives and I'm gonna gather all the motherfucking old and see what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell y'all who got the goods. Now, when Sanetta hear this, he gonna try to contact, nigga, Oh God has all those old videos. When we was going at these niggas over Polight and them niggas was attacking us vehemently. I'm talking about it was World War III on us. Without that whole network, every single one of them. So that's why right now, that's why I wasn't going hard on Polight. Because I already did that shit. And I was about to join in with the bullshit. Because it's all a fucking act. Now these niggas, we going so hard. Garfield, nigga, please. Appreciate you, Donnie Pintos. Yeah, man, hit that cash app, $ Lex Vortex 77. And this is why I was telling y'all back then, the dangers of these niggas. When I was telling we got to take social media back from these niggas, you got to stop listening to the slander campaigns. Just like the nigga played a video last night with my voice and didn't even tell the people the timestamp on the shit. Some motherfuckers might have thought I recently said that shit about Solomon. That's what they do. Them niggas go back and grab videos from 10 years ago and don't give the people the context. That's some low down dirty shit. I'ma tell y'all this. I don't fuck with Solomon right now, but that's still my nigga. Even though I don't fuck with him for the fuck shit he was on. I don't believe he's a fucking pedophile. I want to state that for the record. I hope everybody gets that and understands that. Hey, man, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, yo, Sanchez, hit me up, man. LexVortex@gmail.com, bro, so we can talk about that. And peace to the people, man. Power to the dark side. All the star seeds and the chosen ones. It's time to step up. Take your rightful place. And I'm going to tell y'all. I'm awakened to the black shit, bro. Totally now. I'm about my people first. But, nigga, that black shit is a fucking smoke screen. These niggas, just like them niggas in Africa. You see them African countries trying to rise up, and it's the niggas around them that's talking about coming against them.
That starseed thing reminded me of the Golden Children.
I told y'all Satan is a goddamn black man. Now, we ain't excusing these Europeans. Don't get it twisted. You devil, y'all know, we know what it is. But these niggas, bro, they could not do the shit they was doing without these goddamn sellout coon Negroes. Somebody said, open up, man. Listen, bro, I've been on here 2 hours, Donnie. And honestly, I could be out here going to make some money. I'm gonna keep it real. Nigga want. So, nah, I ain't gonna open up the panel, bro. I'm about to end this stream, but I'll be back. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put together a real documentary with all this old shit. And I'm gonna show y'all how these niggas was attacking us. All these motherfuckers talking shit was attacking me, Soleimani, and Old God over Brother Polight 10, 15 fucking years ago. I'm gonna put together a fucking documentary, bro.
Funky Throne talks about she was molested. I don't believe her. Neil X talk about she was molested at 3 years old. I don't believe her. I don't believe them. And the reason I don't believe them is because you don't play with child molestation. Because
Who the fuck is playing with child molestation?
why? You went through that. You say you went through it. But you're 3 years old and your mother don't know it, Neil X? Your mama don't know it? This man put his, I don't know. What happened? Can you tell us the story again? What happened, Neil X?
And this is new. This came out about within the last 48 hours. This isn't the other one that I showed you a couple of weeks ago.
What really happened to you at 3 years old? Because I'm quite sure the mama would see something as she changing your diaper. You going to the hospital getting checkups, right? Or you wasn't going to the hospital? Which one was it, Neil X? Stop talking all this bunko bullshit. The next time you go live, Neil, we want to know what happened. Did this man penetrated you? But as of right now, I don't fucking believe you. You're just making up shit. And that's why I don't believe y'all. Funky Throne, I don't believe you. So as long as they bang on Sanetta, you compromise now. Y'all niggas have compromised yourself based on friendship. And y'all don't even know each other. You don't even know each other personally. Let's get it. See, what Chris don't understand is that anybody platform can get dirty and mudsling, and you would want your people to still hang out with you and fight that off, right? Because you got niggas out there like Uncle Big Nose, Funky Throne, Shaka Doo-Doo. So the mud is going to sling because these people are sick. They are not well. Something is wrong with the nigga. That shit is crazy. I'm going on a flagging campaign when I wake up tomorrow.
He said this last night. This portion right here last night.
That's bullying. Do y'all agree? I am going.
So is it bullying when you do it to me or other people? Is it bullying then?
On the flag campaign starting tomorrow for bullying.
Exactly, Miss Vicky.
I will do it every day. I'm getting like 20 videos every day until they take this shit down.
So if he flags my channel, if I'm not live, you don't see me active on my community tab, check my other channels. You can go to the channel section and there's a list of channels that are mine and you will find me on one of those.
Every day. That's what I'm doing. See, so if my people love me, that's what y'all would do. I'm flagging that shit until they take it down. Because they liars, they connivers, they edit videos to make you think you saying something else. These niggas are sick, y'all.
They edit videos to make you think you saying something else. These niggas are sick, y'all.
They edit videos to make you think you saying something else. These niggas are sick, y'all.
Yo, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Of course it's gonna seem strange to you. I'm here fighting and defending me. So you're not gonna see it. Did I lie? When I made my statement, did I lie? Did everybody knew when I made my statement?
So don't.
Nah,
Of course you're gonna say it befuddled you.
We're not in the everybody. We're not in the everybody.
Hey, yo, hold on.
You're on the
Hold on. Where are you from? The one that's speaking. Where are you from?
I'm in England.
All right, so shut the fuck up. You're not even from here. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what's going on.
How much money come from over here?
Yo, Q. Q butter.
How much money?
Yo, Q butter. None of your motherfucking business how much money, nigga. The fuck wrong with you? That's none of your business. Hey, yo, Q butter.
Screen record this.
Q butter. Yo, Q.
So this is classic. This is classic.
Yo.
This is how you shift blame. This is how you shift blame.
Yo, I'm only here for stinky fucking.
Yeah, to point more fingers and that after the fact.
My face.
What?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Stinky ink.
Yeah.
My voice twisted, son. Shit. Yeah, Inky was up there. For Inky
together, bro. We good. We still here, bro. I'm here for Stinky Inky.
You got up out of here.
You was just here about I'm here for Stinky Inky. Oh yeah, that nigga better get the fuck out of here. Peace.
Like 45 minutes. You've been gone for 45 minutes, man.
Yeah, this is Sanetta. A nigga like him, he's a bitch nigga because he cry like a hoe. Don't run now, bitch. A nigga like you cry like a pussy. You get up in here and you disrespect women. I didn't know who the fuck he was talking to, bitch.
He said that like he don't disrespect women.
So you ain't gonna disrespect me and think you can walk away. That's why the police.
Oh, he's a woman now.
Shoot clown ass niggas like you, bitch ass nigga. You get up here disrespecting women, but you want somebody to help you. You a fucking clown, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna help you, bitch ass niggas. Where the fuck was you niggas at when Khaled was on the ground? Somewhere hiding, selling drugs, using drugs. Fuck out of here. I've been on the motherfucking streets for years by myself in the movement. Y'all hear me?
So you guys can read this for yourself, but this was a post on 5th grade Filthy Frankie, Facebook. Uncle Suge caught this, right? So who was on drugs, sir?
You hear me, You hear me, Q?
Now we hear you.
Where the fuck is these niggas at? They trying to use polite shit against me because they ain't got nothing else to fucking talk about. I was a fucking cameraman. I ain't never go nowhere with no fucking polite. I never traveled.
You always talking shit about my lips. What the fuck is this? What is this? Is that Herbs, my nigga?
With polite. Only time the nigga polite came around me is when he came to New York and sat in front of my fucking camera. And when the film was over, that nigga went his own fucking way. So fuck you motherfuckers that's trying to put me with some fucking pedophile shit. Nigga, I got a fucking daughter. Fuck you niggas. Give a fuck what none of you niggas say. None of you niggas gonna even pull up no motherfucking shit when you see me doing anything with no fucking minors. With no.
He high out of his fucking mind right now.
Okay, where's the record at? Pull the motherfucking record up. Pull it up, bitch. Any one of you niggas. I'm tired of you weak ass niggas, man. Y'all niggas ain't got nothing else better to fucking do but try to get views off of trying to pull somebody else down with your bullshit. When I came out years ago and I made that fucking statement, guess what? All of you motherfuckers knew because I brought it out. And when I brought it out, what the fuck did you do? You condemned Sanetta, motherfucker. You condemned me. Y'all niggas.
Right, Wild Funk, when he was talking about women's wombs, the shit that he said about some of these women and including me was fucked up as fuck. Like, what the fuck is really going on with this nigga? And then he expects his whore of a Wi-Fi wife to not get disrespected. Fuck her too.
You saw me the fuck down.
She down with the shit.
And said that I was jealous of Polight and begged me to bring the motherfucker back. Now the nigga gone. Why this nigga was here with?
Nobody begged him to bring back shit.
The fuck was you niggas at? This nigga been here for 3 fucking years. All you niggas knew what the fuck is going on. So you want to try to use me as a fucking pawn? Fuck you niggas. But I'm gonna speak the way I want to fucking speak.
He is twacked out.
Fuck all you niggas. I don't need nobody to stand by me. I got my motherfucking family, my wife. Go ahead, I'm glad this shit going on because it showed me who a real motherfucker is. All you motherfuckers are clowns. Check my motherfucking record, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you niggas? Check my fucking record. I went to jail on the motherfucking streets. I banged hard on the motherfucking beast. Nigga Polight was never no house of consciousness. He was always New Covenant. But y'all niggas flipping it and twisting it and trying to bring me in this shit. I was a fucking film man, that's it. Never traveled with this motherfucker. Never went to his house. He came to me on the 125th. He came to me. And at the same time, I don't see none of you niggas talking about red pill, blue pill. None of them niggas on the 125th. All of us was out there together. What is y'all just getting me for? There's many videos where you can type in blue pill, Polight, and everybody. You'll see I got everybody. Because I did the shit last night as I was taking his videos off my fucking channel. Because I did the shit last night as I was taking his videos off my fucking channel. I deleted
Lies.
the videos, all his videos, off my fucking channel. I deleted the videos, all his videos, off my fucking channel. And you can see everybody there when we was out there on them 125th Street. But y'all want to fucking pick with me? Y'all picking the wrong nigga. I'm not running no motherfucking web. I stand in the line of fire. I'm not running no motherfucking web. I stand in the line of fire. And as soon as you niggas come at me, I'm like, fuck you niggas too. I'm banging back. I'm never gonna walk the street with my head low. Never. The fuck is wrong with y'all clown ass niggas? Y'all niggas ain't got shit to do. Y'all niggas ain't got shit on me. Y'all niggas ain't got shit to do. Y'all niggas ain't got shit on me.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Yeah. You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Y'all niggas ain't got shit. Y'all niggas ain't got shit on me. I bet you somebody in your fucking family, your uncle, nigga, your mother probably molested motherfuckers. Fuck out of here. I'm done. Anybody got any fucking smoke for Saw? I'm here. Where's the questions at? Bring the hardest one. Bring your fucking question.
Hold on. Wait. So before we go forward with it, right? I want to bring up I want to kind of bring up some more foundation people. People around. I want to use it. No offense, Coco. Let me see. Tequila. No, hold on real quick, sis. Hold on real quick, because not that you new here. This is a very important conversation. No, and I'm not trying to slight you, sis. There's no slight to you, sis. There's no slight. Let me turn my camera on. There's no slight.
Listen, I'm gonna make space for you. Go ahead, break up some more people. Only thing I want to say is that you guys were complicit. You ignored what this man was doing. So I don't really want to hear. I feel like it's fake outrage. I think all of y'all are fake, and that's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna hop in.
Who are you?
Stop. We're gonna let it.
Listen, I don't even want to get into it with you. You'll find out who I am. But I think all of y'all fake because y'all complicit. You knew, like you said, you knew, and you spoke out on it. But the fact that you guys continue to let people like that around, it shows a lot about who you are as a person.
Been outside for 3 fucking years.
Whatever. It ain't nothing I can do because I'm a girl.
With that bull.
Hold on, y'all.
That nigga been walking the street for 3 fucking years. Fuck was you niggas at?
Stop. That's why I said earlier, even on your platform yesterday, let's use this as a teachable moment, and let's level up the community. Let's not let this do what it did in the past and cause mad bullshit. Let's use this as an opportunity. That's why nobody interrupted. I know I didn't interrupt you. I know you gotta get that off your chest. Like, let's have this conversation so we can level up and really give understanding to the community so they can grow and we can move forward if there's going to be an ability to move forward. That's my purpose of this conversation. That's what I'm saying. Let's be on some accountability shit so we can see what we have done, what we could have done to keep this from happening and keep this from happening again. You know what I mean? That's the mindset I want to promote to everybody in the conversation.
You could have done nothing to keep it from happening. What could you have done to keep it from happening? But that's what who the fuck knows what he was doing? Who knows what he was doing? You guys know what he was doing? That doesn't make no sense.
All of them know what he was doing.
Let's have it. Let's have it. Hold on. Let's bring it. This is why I was saying it with Sai yesterday, right? Like, this conversation, and I said that to you from before, it's very triggering. And when it comes to children, people don't put that much thought into the conversation. We from the streets. People ain't putting. I said that yesterday, Sai, hey, yo, people don't put that much thought into the conversation.
These niggas don't give a fuck about the children, Q. Trust and believe what I tell you. Right now, there's a child that's been molested right now. Where the fuck they at? I can bring up cases right now with children that's been molested.
We're not talking about them. We talking about us right here on the platform. We got us right here right now, Sai.
Sorry.
Hold on, we got us right here now, sis. Hold on one second, sis. We got us right here, right now. You see what I mean? Able to have the conversation. Fuck everybody else. Let's have the conversation right now. You see what I mean? So that way you can move forward.
Yeah, I have a daughter. Number one, I just want to let y'all know my baby right here with me. I love my daughter. I got my baby right here with me. Ain't nobody with no fucking pedophilia. If I knew Polight was doing some shit, what I look like sitting there? Well, y'all act like I'm sitting there with this nigga holding a girl hand down while he doing some shit like that. That shit is crazy to me.
Hold on, sis. Hold on, sis.
So are you telling me that all of this time and the things you've even said about Polight before, like you was shocked and you found out he took the plea and this is how you found out he was the piece of shit he is? This when you first found out?
No, hell no. This is what I said. I said I was going to wait until I hear the hammer come down. And when the hammer drop and I got facts on everything, that's when I will let people know how I feel. But before that, I told this to everybody, Michi X, over 50 damn times through the period of 3 years that we've been waiting. I said, if this motherfucker is guilty, I said he deserved to be put in front of a firing squad. And I said his ass need to be locked the fuck up by Dr. York. You mean to tell me, Michi, you never heard me say that?
I did, Si. And so I want to say this, okay?
He said he need to be locked up by Dr. York.
I don't believe in any way that you do anything to children. Or
like York gonna come out, lock him up, and then go back to his cell.
That you would
never.
I'm not never saying that. So I want to be clear because people run with stuff, right? I'm saying that from my perspective in our community, there are lots of people, and you're not the only one. I said that you knew this, but also you're right. So many other people knew it, so they gotta hold that L as well. And so my thing is the accountability. I feel like you, as well as other people, knew the type of person he was, and I think by giving him platforms and continuing to do those things, it was like y'all enabled and y'all really did not care about.
Michi, don't you know Polight ain't been on my platform for like damn near 3 years? Y'all keep saying when you keep giving him platforms. This nigga, when this nigga left, when he left and went out to California, Polight was not coming back over here. He was not back over here. Go look on my channel and see when you last time you seen Polight on my platform. That's why I keep saying why people keep
a couple of weeks, months ago
saying giving this nigga platforms.
But you let Polight use your platform through your voice to say he didn't take no plea and talk a bunch of shit not too long ago, and you were saying that people was jumping the gun. You was like, y'all stupid shit on the stuff.
All right, here's the deal, Michi.
He been on Polight's side this whole time, and after Polight got sentenced, he had no fucking smoke.
You was giving him a voice when he shouldn't have a voice at this
point. But I don't hang out with him. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all acting like I hang with the nigga.
We already proved that you do, and I couldn't locate the clip quick enough to get this out to the people.
I never hung out with him. It was always when he would come to New York and film. It was always.
Remember when they were in that club in Florida and Sanetta was trying to get there, but he wasn't able to yet, whatever. All that came out of his voice. It came from him. He said it, cammed up and everything. He said that by the time that he got to the club, Polight's music was playing and he had missed recording it. He acted like he was supposed to shoot the video for it or something. But we know that was cap.
Business when he come in and I would film.
But he did go there and he got money from Polight, and Polight gave him a rental car.
That was it. We wasn't talking about each other shit. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing in his life. He ain't know what I was doing in my life. He would go about his business. But I tell you what, the nigga that y'all be letting off is the nigga Inky. How come nobody questioning that nigga? Why you think he ain't up here? Whenever somebody call me and tell me, yo, brother, we want to bring you on, I jump on because I'm transparent.
So here we go. When you look at my man say, Sa, you was his #1 fanboy. No, family. I was his #1 promoter. Polight knew he couldn't get no promotion nowhere. I was the best goddamn promoter in town. And he knew that. That's why he came over there to meet me. When he heard about me, he came 125th to meet me. And that nigga brought like damn 50 DVDs. Like, here you go, sir. You can have this, go ahead, sell that. You can sell it. So Polight was playing a little chess too. I admit it. He was playing a little chess on me. You know? Let's hear what Momo got to say. Momo is in the building.
What's up, Momo? Hey, Urban Nerds, brother Reggie Terry. What's up, Si?
What's happening?
Si, I thought you was mad at me. What's going on?
Never mad at you, Momo. What's wrong with you?
All right. That's what I'm talking about. I just have a question since, you know, I guess what people want to know now is 7 years from now, 2030, do Polight get this? Do you do an exclusive interview with Polight on the breakout?
Ah, man. You got to understand. You asking me this question 7 years, right? Ahead of time. Nothing in life stays the same. People can have a change of heart and a change of mind. So as of the way it stands now, I would say hell no. But who knows what the future holds? You get me? I might have a change of heart and say, damn, you know what? Maybe I do need to interview him and see what the hell is going on and see what happened with that little girl. Because if I would have interviewed him now, everybody would have been able to get to make 100 goddamn tapes. This internet would have been shut down with people cutting the tapes, and it's all over the world. He would have, the Most High probably would have made his ass say something that he don't supposed to say. You see? So what I'm saying is, nothing in life stays the same, Monique. Momo. Nothing in life stays the same. I'm saying no as of today, but who knows in 7 years from now.
Yeah, we won't be doing anything with Polight. I can speak for us clearly and concisely. 7 years from now, 70 years from now, Saneter will not. He plays with everybody, but this is very serious. The answer to that question is no, and my husband would never do that. So these kind of questions are the exact kind of questions that people use against us. Yeah. Nobody's doing anything with Polight ever in the future.
All right. But yo, listen, hold on. I'm a goddamn man. I can stand on my answer, and I'm going to say it again. Who knows what the future holds? Got it.
And I'm a goddamn woman, and if I stay married to you, you won't be doing anything with Polight.
Hold on. Stop, man.
All right, yo, listen, hold on. I'm a goddamn man. I can stand on my answer, and I'm going to say it again. Who knows what the future holds? Got it. And I'm a goddamn woman, and if I stay married to you, you won't be doing anything with Polight. Hold on. Stop, man.
All right. Yo, listen, hold on. I'm a goddamn man. I can stand on my answer, and I'm going to say it again. Who knows what the future holds? Got it.
And I'm a goddamn woman, and if I stay married to you, you won't be doing anything with Polight.
Hold on. Stop, man.
So yeah, there's that. Anybody want to come up that's gonna stay on topic, you can. But yeah, this nigga's on some fuck shit. Sanetta cannot wait to bring back Polight. And that is very sad at the end of the day, because it's just sick. He has had no smoke for Polight at all, none. And it's just wild as fuck. But shout out to Lex Vortex for, speaking and shit like that. I just wanted to let him know I wasn't one of the ones attacking you or nothing. And I do remember a lot of what you said. Shout out to him though. You know what I'm saying? But this whole Sanetta thing, he's clearly unraveling. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to respond, how to react. It's just giving pathetic at this point. He tried to bring back Empress Sekhmet. Like, what is that finna do? And he went after her at a time because she switched to ISUPK. So that's weird. Sanetta falls out with people and then they come back to his channel and there's no real resolution in front of the people, but Sanetta will come up here and say all type of slanderous shit about people, and that's weird as fuck. I don't know. And Nepal, stop it with this whole that's my husband shit, because nobody believes you. Honestly, we don't believe you. We don't. It's giving you are hard up for a man at this point. It's given you really have no backbone. You know what the fuck is going on. You know that this nigga ain't shit and you're still supporting it. And it's sad. It really is. And at the end of the day, the people that are over there supporting him with this shit, come over here false flagging me. You gonna get this work too. And false flagging can jeopardize a channel. So I want him to be well aware of what he's trying to do and all that. And also trying to, if you have a bigger platform or a platform at all, trying to really incite your people to go flag somebody else is also against YouTube's terms and services. So I would have him watch that shit. Period. Okay? What's good, Tar?
Yeah, true piece. Yeah, it's getting down to the wire. Like you said, make sure you clip that right there and keep that. So if he start doing that, you can let them know that too. That means he's gonna use his powers negatively, which is what he always does. And now he's trying to do the ultimate using black people to flag other people's faith. But that's good though, because he know he's on his way out. Before he used to, pride himself. I don't flag, I let everybody use my stuff. But number one, nobody's lying on him. Everything we put out is 100% his voice and the people that's around him, and he just don't know what else to do. But
nobody's manipulating what he's saying. He
nope.
just don't he just don't like that he can't just flag my channel down. And that's why I do what I do. I'm very particular about shit. But like never again. And he's done this before. Preach also peeped where in one of the audios where Sanetta had came up on my platform since this brother Polight thing, he was like, I don't flag you no more, Queen. When I called him out for it. Yeah.
I was on your show when he did that, when he said that.
And now he's on that again. So really I was referring to Sanetta as the leprechaun, with it spelled like that because, he's a little bitch ass nigga. But if he thinks that he's going to sue me after all the shit that he said about me, I got all the clips. I got it all. A judge would love to hear that, period. So.
And shout out to Vortex too, man. He been around a long time. And a lot of that stuff he was saying, I was definitely around for that stuff, coming down the pipe for years. Like you said, I go all the way back to Blog Talk Radio too. And so I remember some of those things he was talking about. And like he said, I think I mentioned that on your channel and even on Bennett and Shock and them about that with the red pill. And like he said that one time, if I go down, everybody go down, and the whole side HOK got quiet. So yeah, it's definitely deep. What he's saying, there's some gang stuff going on, and Sloan and a fool and them, they all involved in that stuff because they was doing that. They remember what's her name? Alexa K. Tyler. She said the same thing. She was threatened with gangs. Even Sanetta said he was threatened with gangs when Polight was talking about it was a dude downstairs waiting on him and all that. So this is definitely stuff that's been coming up back to back that we've been hearing. And what he doing, it ain't gonna help him. It ain't gonna do no good, no matter what he does, because you could just make another channel and keep it going. It ain't gonna stop because it's too much out there anyway. And he's panicking. He knows he can feel it coming. And like Vortex said, these people are not really spiritual. It's as far as what he did with Unc, that was a nice cleanup. But as far as like spirituality and stuff, they don't have no experience with nothing. They just been negative all their life. They not even occultists, because an occultist knows how to work with negative spirits and invoke them. So an occultist believes in the unseen. Frank them don't believe in the unseen. They too materialistic. They too they 3D. They don't know anything beyond the five senses. So if it ain't detectable from touch, taste, see, and smell and hear, these Negroes they're not gonna go beyond the veil. They don't care about that. And that's why he's doing the stuff he's doing. He can't see himself. He's not spiritual. He's not even an atheist. He's just mentally dead. So this was another good one that you put up. And yeah, when Lex go off, he goes off. He can go.
Yeah, I've been watching Lex off and on for some years now since I've been in the content community. You kind of peep everybody like that. Like I know a lot, but I would never say I know everything.
A lot of stuff he said goes way back, and I do remember that. He spoke facts. Michael Edwards was a punching bag for Saul for many years. Him and Israel Doction, he was running in between them two, and they still go over there and kiss his butt. I remember when Michael Edwards had got Polight to come on his channel one day, and he had some Egyptian or some kind of Egyptian painting or something he had bought, and he was just acting like a little kid in the candy store. Look, Polite, look, I got this such and such. I forgot what it was. And Polite was just like looking in his phone, wasn't even paying him no attention. You know, so I seen him do all that stuff. He ain't, you know, Lex didn't tell one damn lie. I'll tell you that. You know, he didn't tell one damn lie. And I can only imagine, you know, the anger, you know, a person feels to be attacked and to shut your voice down. What he said, you know, a lot of stuff he said about Q Butter was true too. Because I remember that Q Butter had a partner that was doing credit repair type stuff, and he was charging. It's a little video out. I seen it some years ago where his Q Butter dude was in a fancy car, and Q Butter's like, yo, this my man's. He do the credit repair for so much money. I forgot the dollar amount, and he was doing the same thing. And then eventually, Q Butter switched from doing it because you used to bring the guy people, but then eventually Q Butter started doing it himself. You know, so a lot of that stuff, I remember that, whether I was there personally or around or seeing it through YouTube. You know, Lex was on point, 1,000%, 1,000% on point.
From what I've seen, I agree. Some stuff I didn't know, but yeah, this Sanetta shit, like, I don't know. I think it's crazy that he still hasn't really went at Polight.
Yeah.
Like, he really hasn't said anything really about it. Like, and I don't know if he's like fucked up to where he, you know, that's what he's gonna try to, it's fucking with me, family. It's fucking with me. But you need to say something more than that. And then he acts like he don't know why people are coming at him, because you are a part of this shit. Period.
Yeah.
Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And then he always want to try to flag something down and shit. Like, fam, you're trying to get rid of evidence.
Right.
Did this before. I got videos up on this channel about it. Like, he's trash, bro.
Yeah. He grew. He didn't create Polight, but he grew him. And that's exactly what he always been. He's like the next stage, you know, that people go to when they didn't know how to get in contact with him. Somebody knew somebody this ill, and that's how that was. Some people he just let you come through and it was nothing. But if he's seen something that he can figure out how to make something, then he will concentrate on you. But once again, he can't say, I told y'all 2018 what happened and all y'all came at me, right? A lot of people did, but guess what? You swing back around and said that you was only mad at Polight, and you disarm what you said. So you can't say you told us, right? And then made it appear that it was correct, then you double back and said, nah, we was just banging on each other. I was just trying to hurt his feelings. So for him to keep bringing that point up that I told y'all didn't believe me. No, nigga, you came back after that and said you was just saying that. But I already knew, because I was banging against the Colts since 2014. You know, so I wasn't fooled by that, because I understood the teachings. Other people, like Lex said, other people's looking at the shiny stuff. You know what I'm saying? I forgot, and like he said, and Lex dropped a hellified reminder that Polight had a backup stream besides the one that him and Sanetta had going on. I had totally forgot about that. And that's where that extra money was coming from, because Polight had a backup stream that he didn't let Sanetta. He was getting that extra bread from that, and that's why he wouldn't show Sanetta the books. So yeah.
Then also this whole thing about Malachi York Jr. in 2020 getting arrested.
I don't know
nothing about that.
No, what son is that?
They didn't say. It just said Malachi Jr. Like York Jr. I'm trying to find it.
The only one junior I know is Prince York, and I didn't hear nothing about sex traffic. I know that Trip C, something he got in trouble a while back somewhere in North Carolina, South Carolina, but we didn't know what he was locked up in Carolina for though. So I don't know. We never knew what it was.
Was it in 2020?
It was somewhere around there, maybe somewhere. Let me see, because he got in trouble in 2017 for
Because
that
I know
child
about
abuse.
the kid thing because you guys had brought it up, and then
Right.
I remember like there was talk about it, but there wasn't no paperwork. What I saw, so I just moved on, and I was just doing cases at that time.
Yeah,
What I'm saying.
Yeah, 'cause I told you he got, because they changed the law where he was at up north, and I forgot wherever that state was, and they changed the law to something where if the child wasn't really wasn't killed or something, and he just ended up getting like a year and some months probation, him and his girl at the time. So some kind of law had changed. But if they had not, he would have got more time. But that was like 2017. So yeah, he might have got into something around that time. I could check with Trip C and find out what year that was, but we couldn't find out what it was he got in trouble for. That could be it. I don't know. I mean, what
Okay,
did you?
it said, I had screenshotted, I forgot. It said, by somebody named Tony, it said Malachi's son, Malachi York Jr., was arrested in 2020 on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. He is the leader of an Saru or something, Allah community, a religious group that was founded by his father.
I haven't heard of that because I guess he's trying to say Ansar Allah, but you know,
Ansar Allah, yeah.
yeah, York had that like in the 70s. I never heard of a resurrection of that, but you know, sometimes the cult members in a different group were
But wouldn't that kind of be like what Polight is doing with what is it called again?
what, New Covenant?
Yeah, the New Covenant.
Well, not really, because he didn't create a place where people can go and live. You know, like it was like a playoff for because New York had some classes he was teaching up when he was upstate New York before he went to Georgia, and he had, it was called the New Covenant, and he was claiming that the angels or whatever was giving the Wybians another chance. Well, it wasn't the Wybians at the time, but they had failed when he was taking them through these religions, and that was like early 90s. It was like 90, 91, 90, early before 92. And so that's where Polight got that from. The New Covenant was based off of these, was called 19 classes that York was making them walk up to upstate New York. And they had to walk up and down this little mountain area for 19 classes. And he claimed that the Elohim would get him another shot. So everything Polight was doing was definitely centered around that in a little bit, but I've never known Polight to have no community setting where people lived at. So
Yeah, we gotta find out about the other charge though, with
right.
or a name of which one, because just
Right.
saying Malachi York, I mean the man has hella kids. How many kids? Like 200?
About 200 plus.
That is fucking wild. All jokes aside, like, you know, besides the case or whatever, that's wild. Like 200 children.
Yep. And they think
And
that's
how could you possibly, how could anybody possibly take care of 200 children? Like that right there is reckless in itself.
and they didn't think nothing was wrong with it. They thought like, you know, I mean, it'd be different if he was taking care of them, but he wasn't. And all them kids he was having wasn't by single women. Some of them women he was taking from other men who had been loyal to him, and a lot of men, you know, went crazy and lost their mind because they believed in his message. And then next thing he'd take your wife, you know, or she feel like, oh, he's the lamb or whatever name he was going by, and they wanted power, and they, you know, so it was a little bit of everything, and he had major access to other people's
But why like the
family.
people just didn't leave? Like he
because
could just take the wife and then the wife would just go and the husband don't have nothing to say, or the wife
Right.
is just
Because
going
a
like,
lot of it was centered around you believing that this person was somebody that was written. The same way they did it, Elijah Muhammad did it with the Nation of Islam. He claimed that he was that Elijah that they said was gonna come. And they would flip-flop certain passages in books and just write themselves into it, and then people will be like, see, this person happened, I told you, the book said this person will come and look like this. I mean, it took a lot of things, and a lot of people were already looking for something even if they didn't know about these scriptures and quotes. And so of course, yeah, they just didn't know what else to do until your reasonability kicked in on top of pain and being hurt. And you like, wow, because that part, reality, you only can suppress that for so long. A person can
I
show
just
you.
cannot. I feel like it's people that are like, prone to end up in a cult, and there's people that would peep game right away or would not go.
That's what I'm saying. But that exists in the world, and so people, but they use these quotes, and a lot of them believe in it, because the stuff is convincing. It don't mean that people are just dumb. It's because they really believe in these books. Or you could take other people's followers, and because it's the same energy flowing, that's why you could take Marcus Garvey. Once he got removed out of the way, what's his name, Noble Drew Ali stole his followers. And then the leader of the Nation of Islam, before he became the leader of the Nation of Islam, was following Drew, and he took some of Drew's followers. And some people say he claimed to be Drew reincarnated and got with Elijah Muhammad and took his followers and just kept going and going. And then when York came on the scene, he did the same thing. He started stealing the 5% of followers and the Nation of Islam followers. And if you look at some of York's teachings in his books, a lot of these lessons, like matter of fact, York took the 5% joint and made a book called the Problem Book that the 5%ers had, and just re-put it back out and snapped some of their followers. He did the same thing with Noble Drew Ali with the Circle 7 Quran. He put it back out and snapped some of his people's stuff. He took some of Elijah Muhammad stuff, rewrote some of the stories, made pictures in it, and took the 76 trillion years and all this stuff, put it in different books, and brought their followers over. So that's what they do. So they all follow this same kind of pattern that allows them to study somebody else's stuff and claim, okay, y'all supposed to follow me. Like Elijah Muhammad said, another book was going to come after the Quran and the Bible. So York created the book called the Holy Tablets in 95, 96, and said this the book that Elijah Muhammad was talking about, and call it the Lamb book. And that's what I'm saying. So people, it's always a gap and a hole in the future that each group is looking for, and somebody comes along and see that gap, and then they put themselves in the gap, and then people be like, see, remember when such and such said this? And then people, it's like, okay, you're right, he did say somebody else is going to come after me. And that's what they did. Farrakhan did the same thing. It's the pattern. That's like you said, Winston said, yeah, remix after the remix. That's what we're looking at. And that's the part that people have to understand about education and spirituality. And you got spirits that control people and program them. And that's why it works every single time. Me and you can go and jump into the game, but if spirits don't choose you to be the next person, me and you ain't gonna have the results. It's not something that anybody can do. These people are specially prepared before they get here, and then they just go into it. That's the thing. That's why nobody can just go out. That's like people saying in America, you can be whatever you want. Anybody can be president. No, there's not. Those people are selected. You see what I'm saying? You can't be the president of the United States. You can't. Some things you could do. I can go and create my own business, but that don't mean my business is going to turn into a Fortune 500 or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. So it's sick. All of it is sick. And, this is why people like Lex and ourselves have to continue to thrive and put it all on the line. You know, so I don't care. You could destroy all my YouTubes. I don't give a damn. We're gonna be right back because the whole thing is we have to fight with tooth and nail because of the children. I heard Frankie say that people don't care about child molestation because it's people getting molested right now and they ain't out there doing it. Again, war is fought on many different fronts. We could say the same thing
Then,
for him.
but I do fight against this in public, but what are people supposed to do? Just walk into people's house and be like, "Oh, I'm just checking to see if anybody's getting molested up in here."
Right.
I mean, what does he expect? He has really never been serious about talking about molestation. He's used me sci-fi story when me and Ashe Divine went over there and did that and shit like that. And I got that video. Sam knew that I was serious about this. He knows that it ain't a game to him. He knows that I got hella cases where I've covered all type of cases, black, white, all that, all type of situations. So he can fuck the fuck off for real. Like, period.
He says that like he sets the bar on what people should do to be considered official. Again, what he was doing is again we can clown him, but we're not doing that. It's not a tit for tat. Nobody's saying, oh yeah, you know, with Bob because you didn't, you know, kick in, you know, white people doors and grab the KKK by the neck and drag like nobody's doing none of that. You see what I'm saying? But we know that what he's doing is he just wants to try to tell you he like to send people on mission. That's why he said to Garfield and Rob Bourne, he was like, oh, you know, after this thing with Polight go down, I'm gonna pull up some fresh cases and I'm gonna see if, you know, Rob Bourne and Garfield stay. Again, he's trying to tell you what he think you should be doing. Again, like you said, is wars are fought on different levels. And all things start from somebody. If we don't work for the government, we don't work for the CIA, we don't have special equipment to look into people how we don't eavesdrop, we don't know none of that. So what we do is we what you call grassroots. The same thing with Sanetta was considered grassroots. What they look like telling him he need to step his game up, and he didn't have that equipment and all that stuff to do that. And it takes heart to do that. It takes training to do that. That you got to really have nerves of steel to be able to go in there and realize you can lose your life doing that. We civilians, nobody is on here saying lying and capping about our skills and what we can do. No, that has nothing to do with nothing. We're here because a person whose nature is negative, who doesn't care about nobody but himself and his circle, who was greedy, who seen a hole in consciousness and took advantage of it and turned it into a street hustle, and that's why he don't have nothing set up. And I'm not saying this to disrespect anybody who don't have savings or 401k. I'm not saying that, because his mind was on a street hustler mission is why he don't have no backups. We all know that he sit there and do this all day. And he lives on the internet because that's where his money is. That's how he make his money. He has to, he's stuck to the computer. You notice that, right? Sanetta can't get he can't get up and go outside. Right. He's chained to that computer now. That's where he's panicking because he's losing that. He can't get up. You notice that when last time you seen Sanetta out and about for over a week and leave the computer alone? He can't do it. He can't do it.
And that's another reason why this trial is going to be important, I think. I'm just waiting for the charges or whatever. I'm hearing that there is going to be 9 counts. So we're just kind of waiting and shit like that. But we are still doing it. I wanted to also say that Sanetta stated in that edit too that, you know, he doesn't cower down, and I wouldn't expect him to. So of course he will be able to testify at his own trial, right? So yeah, that's still going on, you know. We're just gathering everything, I guess, as far as the counsel I hope his side is doing it because they're doing it on the other side, and it is what it is.
Right.
So
The answer, Wild Funk, no, he's not a Nawabian. These are old names. No, just to throw a little scientific, some historic to that. Nawapian is no such thing as a Nawapian. It's a word. It's short term. The one who actually put that information out was Afro Uno, aka Johnny Eugene Brown. He passed 2011. He wrote some books called A Bible Interpretation 1 and 2 in 1967. And he used the word Nawapu, and it was basically based off of some Egyptian hieroglyphs for sound right reason. We broke all that stuff down, and it's basically, it just means knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, basically, the breakdown. And so you can't be knowledge, you can't be wisdom, and you can't be understanding. These are components of intelligence. And so we beat them so bad, we made them change their name from Nawabians to Sabians. So that's why y'all don't see them that much now, because of all of the name changing and bringing out facts. I'm working on a video that's going to break that down a little bit more, because of, they're so upset. But what's going on, Def? True Peace.
How you doing, bro?
All right, what's going on?
Man, chilling. I mean, to put it plainly, how you doing, QT?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, some more of it, just chilling. In a nutshell, what we dealing with is a massive and elaborate pedophile ring. That's what's happening. That's what's really popping with this conscious community. And man, it's time to just burn it down. Like there's no that we have to start over completely.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. This is what we doing now. This is why we getting this whole thing together. And guess what? The whole internet is going to be, witnesses and people going to bring their grievances. Sanetta thinks people is dumb, and that's the you good, Wild Funk, and that's the sad thing. And that's when I got a meme that I had my wife make a while back. I was calling, the HOK Epstein Island, and I had to put Sanetta face up there in the island and all them people that been over there, because that's what he's done, and he knows he's done that, and he wants to scapegoat everybody for what he's done. And again, and if that's the thing, he doesn't have a real moral compass. So for him to say, when I got rid of Polight and y'all was like, bring him back, I wouldn't give a darn what the people were saying. Because if you had real moral compasses and you had some morals, you would have been able to determine that it wouldn't be right to do so. But because he treats the internet like the street on the corner, when you're on a corner, you can't control the type of people that's on the corner. You got drugs, pimps, whores, whatever. And that's how he did on the net. And he was so successful in not only attracting those type of people to watch and support, he also had people that participated as self-appointed teachers, which is nothing wrong with that, but you still have to have a vetting. And I used to say that to him way back in the day. You're like, yo, wow, and I used to say that to them, all of them through my videos. Like, where's the vetting process? It was no vetting, and you don't vet people because you don't want to vet them. You want them to come in and be raw. That's not good. This is not, it's like trying to, it's like battle rap. You can't take battle rap to the mainstream. You understand? You can't take battle rap into people's households because how grimy and gritty it is. No matter how clever they sound, for the most part, it's gonna make you negative because you're just gonna keep hearing all this negative cliches that they're constantly talking about. And so that's what he's
hold
done.
on. So Tree Radio TV said, wait, there's accusations against Sa. So,
Yeah.
yes, if you didn't know,
What?
Ben had come out with a story. Ben Diesel had come out with a story where Sanetta was having sex with a minor and he was 33. And we held his feet to the fire. Ben did an interview. Sanetta came out with like a 1.5 minute clip of the girl. Ben even verified that was her. And that was it. But she didn't say no, it didn't happen or anything like that. It was totally sus. Sanetta claims that he has a lot more of the audio but won't release it. So yeah, so the YouTube streets have decided last live stream that we're bringing him to trial. It will be going on over here. You know, Lex is definitely welcome. I think he's an asset, whatever. But yeah, so they're still getting it figured out. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
kind of where we're at with it.
We're gonna still move forward, yeah, because he always playing games. You know, he first of all he said, "Oh, I'm gonna call Nikki," and he tried to make it sound like he was calling her on air. But what he did was played a pre-recorded, and then she said hello, and he was like hello, and make it sound like she was calling him. So that whole intro was stupid. And then he brought up the thing, and she was like, "Oh, you know, he's crazy, you know, he just want attention." And she didn't say what your person would really say. Like if you just called up a random old friend and said, "Yo,
play it right now."
Huh?
We can play it right now.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Describe it.
There you go, do it, Queen.
It's evidence right here, but not necessarily for the case. I don't know what the charges are. So let's.
Hello? Who is this?
Yeah, this is Nikki. Who's
Nikki,
this?
Nikki, how you doing?
Nikki, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right. I've been trying to call you I've been looking you up. You know, Jamim, and I think I said this to you when I seen you on 125th Street. Jamim spread a rumor on YouTube and Facebook, and he's telling everybody that me and you was boyfriend and girlfriend, and we had sex when I was 33 and you was 15. He's telling everybody that on YouTube. Everybody.
Well, he wants to get popular and famous, and you're a well-respected black man doing well for yourself with kids.
But you know what, Nikki? You know we could sue this nigga. Yeah, but we could sue this nigga for slander.
Nothing. But he has nothing.
Right.
He has nothing, and he's crazy. We're not going to get it. I'm in a $1 million lawsuit. I sued my landlord 3 years ago. My first offering is end of this month.
I ain't gonna even play all that. I want to call her and see if I could get her up here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to even play all of that right there. Check. I'm going to call her and have her come and speak for herself because I want y'all to see this.
And that never happened.
And that was months ago.
Yep.
That was months ago. So you can see she never denied it. And she was like, "Ooh, it's Nikki. That, like, who does that?"
Right.
So everybody can tell her reaction was like, "Oh, you know, it was something else there." You could see it, you know, you can hear it in her voice.
The more he talked, the more he tell on himself every time, bro.
That's it.
Did you hear about the Polight phone call from?
Yeah, I think. Didn't I send it to you earlier when I first heard it?
I don't even know. Sometimes when I'm editing or I'm trying to get something out and done and locate clips, that my phone is the last thing, unless it rings or something. I'm not looking at no text messages.
Yeah, I think I sent it to you earlier. I try to keep y'all up on whatever's going on. Yeah, he's. They saying he's trying to They said that they done got that video of him dropping the video talking about the charges dropped, and then sent that over to them people to try to get him violated. I did hear that they doing that. I was on Trip
they are?
Yeah, somebody did. I was over on Trip C yesterday earlier listening, and she was talking to some lady that's trying to get young Pharaoh evicted out of that apartment because he's making death threats to people on the internet. I don't know who this lady is, but she's in whatever her line of work is. she go after people like that. So they trying to I know that Tripsy said that I think Brother Polight's Facebook account got shut down because they contacted Facebook and said that he got convicted for sex crimes. So I think they took down the Facebook. So they're trying to get his Instagram taken. And so it's a lot of moving parts that's going on. And
They
so,
should, and the mother's pictures are still on his Instagram.
yeah.
So I think that should violate the order, whatever, or maybe Instagram should just delete it because it does violate just with it being up, and obviously, Manette's not going to do it, or whoever's running the platform.
Yeah, they said that. I think they saying
a BPR.
What is that?
I'll hit that like button for me.
It was something going on. I think I just wanted to add on. Dang, I just slipped my mind that quick. But yeah. Tripsy was saying she was telling people now that he locked up, the people he scammed need to be reaching out to their folks so they can put those
class action lawsuit time.
Yeah, it's time for class action lawsuit because he's stuck in one place now. You know,
and I mean they are. It looks like some RICO activity, so I wouldn't be surprised of that. Then I'm waiting on Dade County, Florida, to find out that his name ain't even really Michael E. Nowak. So technically, he lied up in court.
I mean, if that's true, that means he connected to something else. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this is what different government agencies do. They plant all types of people in situations. Where folks get caught doing something, they be like, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna use you for a bigger purpose." So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. As far as what, go ahead.
Did you notice that his ethnicity ain't black?
Somebody said they seen it, the paperwork, and he got African up there.
Yeah,
they looked at the paperwork. African. Yeah, something going on with that. I think Queens is onto something when they come to that, because a guy came on another live and said he looked at the paperwork and seen that. So I don't know. He claimed he was born here. I don't know, but you could tell he's definitely got African features from over there.
Definitely.
He definitely
come on, bro. He's African, bro.
So he definitely looked like Don Cheadle. He could be related to Don Cheadle. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Don't do Don Cheadle like that.
Man, what's his real name, man?
I seen an African name. I guess Taharka Bey had, posted the names up. I had shown it one stream, but I had to clear my thing out. And I had deleted them, but I got them somewhere. But yeah, it's like an African name. But then we know that his daughter's name is American. Last name Smalls. But obviously you could change your name, I guess, when you come here. I guess you can also change your date of birth. So what I'm thinking is when he came here, he was really somebody else with a different birthday, and then he changed his name to something else in his birthday. Because ain't no way in hell he was born in 1983.
Man, I've been saying for the longest time, man, he looked like he's my age, man. For real.
I mean, the dude looks like he's about 50 something.
I'm 49.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, you look my age, homie.
This shit crazy. It's that Don Cheadle. I'm dead. That Don Cheadle shit had me rolling, though.
Yep, that's the closest person I could think of. But like you said, there's something weird going on around these parts, and it's gonna come out whatever it is. And
I think he is Nigerian.
And to the other guy, hold on, the chat moving. He said, what a guy? He said he did work for. Yeah, y'all son said I work for Saw behind the scenes and never seen Saw doing
Nigerian
any of this. I don't know what you mean by doing any of what. Like, as far as, I don't know. I can't. I'm not saying he he's doing anything with young girls up to date. I don't know. I just know that what Diesel came up and said, and then saw waited a whole 2-something years, and a few months before Polight went to court them 2 times, and then the Nicki thing he never played it because he knew it wasn't gonna be convincing.
Right.
You know, if
Man,
he
when
really
he
was,
when
go
he
ahead.
got on the phone with Nikki, it gave me that hey big head energy.
There you go.
Right.
You
That's how
feel
I took
me?
it.
Yeah, it was very flirtatious. Like,
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
and
that's
that's because
yeah.
he would have groomed her into that whole thing. If he was with her and he was 33 and she was a minor, that is not cool at all. Like, especially I I'm hearing of a time also when she was 17. So this thing lasted a while, but where she was 17 and somebody that came out had seen them coming out of an apartment. And it wasn't, so I don't want to damage anybody's testimony, but yeah, it's about
Yeah.
to go down. And we finna do this the right way. So we on his heels. Period.
Yo, you see what Pre 7 channel said? Your mod Polight real name is I want to scam you.
Yeah, I want to scam you. Preach. That's preach.
Oh, that's
I
cold.
want to scam you. Yeah, that's his name.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's Preach saying that. Yeah, Preach funny.
Yeah, man. This is it. So they saying somebody said the power was live. Yeah, man. It's over. It's gonna be one big push. It ain't like, the vampire gonna go out. It's the movie where you have to go into the vampire's domain, for that final battle. And so that's what it was. It's like the vampire in Brooklyn where you had Eddie and then you had your boy Dwayne. That's what Polight was. Polight was Dwayne in Vampire in Brooklyn. And he finally got rid of, so now we got to get, instead of, him, Eddie going out first, Dwayne went out first. So now we got to go and get the King Vampire. That's what it is. So don't think it's going to be a cake walk per se, but we definitely looking at it that this is serious. Like I said, how an animal is most dangerous when it's cornered. So the fact he feel like he want to flag and do all that is showing that he's scared and he knows that because look, his whole team and jumped and turned on him. It's spilling the beans and it's not looking good.
He went up there and just sang like a damn canary.
Yeah, that was him who did that, bro. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I remember you, bro.
Huh?
I remember you. I remember you. I remember there was like a panel or something, and you called in, and you was saying that you guys was the real New Wapians.
It was a guy, right? Yeah, you talking about the one who called himself the real Nawabian, right?
No, well, I know about the real Nuwapian, but I'm saying I remember a few years ago that there was a show going on, and UA called in and was saying that that you guys was the real Nuwapians or whatever.
I think you might have meant Noonie Boos.
Huh?
I think I used the word Noonie Boos because I stopped using Nawabian in 2010. So it was Noonie Boos.
So it would, I don't remember exactly how you worded it. I just remember that you came with the information. I'm just saying I remember you.
Yeah. I remember that conversation because that's the day I called about Prince York, and he seen me
right,
and he was like, "Oh, okay, you must be a Nawabian, right?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, you wearing the name Newport." I said, "No, they stole that." So yeah, I remember that night. Yeah,
see, come on, man.
Yeah, I remember that. That was 2017.
Yes, I remember you, bro.
So yeah, Saw always, used to feel away when I called up there because he knows what we was doing, and I used to tell him all the time, man, why you keep bringing that pedophile coat up there? And he didn't give a damn. He just kept bringing them up there, and just bringing them up there, bringing them up. And he brought up some guys that was using the name nupu.org. Them dudes was not, they was misusing the name wrong. York did not, but he didn't introduce them terms. And that was so my battle was like double fold. We used to get at, York followers. And then my thing, what I follow, Noon Science, they tried to hijack that because York taught them how to get into people's stuff and rewrite things and make their own symbols and then put it back out, and people start thinking that we was them. And I'm like, nah, that ain't us. We don't follow a person. We follow a science. A science is what it is. But what they are is religionists pretending to be scientists, but they really pseudo. And not just pseudo, they just evil with what they're doing. So yeah, that was about 2017 when I called about putting them on game that Prince York had abused
that boy. Yeah.
And Basar knew that though. Basar knew that he just tried to play it off. And again, he had because Reggie was over there in the same room, and he had, Reggie jumped on the phone and did play interference. Well, we don't have all the paperwork. I'm like, yo, it's a lie. Queen Stronum got a copy of the paperwork, and so did Shaka and a bunch of people that I sent that to. We got the paperwork to Woody, but he never did that. Only when it's in his best interest, when he'll use paperwork, like he did with Solar Mind. And they said that the paperwork he used on Solar Mind was doctored up. So, it was crazy. So this the type of stuff they have resulted to doctoring up documents, like Queen has showed, putting cases on people. You know what I'm saying? Like we in that damn movie. That's him. That's where he's at right now. That was a perfect clip that you played, Queen, let alone him saying that, ain't nobody got nothing on me. Y'all ain't got no. That's who he is. In his mind, he believes that what's the name of that movie again, Queen?
I don't know, but look at the screen.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm reading it too.
That's crazy. And then there's
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to find out exactly who that is. Yeah, Training Day. That's the name of it.
Training Day. Yeah,
yeah, Training Day, and that's what he is. Yeah, I gotta.
How can I forget? I just used one of the clips. I'm sorry. I was reading that comment. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, we need to link to that if you got it, Tony.
Right.
Send
a
that
name or something, because
so we can do more little digging. Like I said, Prince York went to jail.
But his name is not Malachi York Jr.
His name's Ramesses.
That's the difference, right? I'm gonna go to Triple C pay real quick and see if I can pull up that time, because he did a show on it, and I'm gonna look at the date on the video. Give me a second. I'm gonna look at it, and I'll be to give you that answer in just a second. Because that's the only one I never even, I don't know, because he got so many kids, but I never heard of one called Malachi Z. York Jr. So, but let me look real quick just to be sure. Let's see how long ago this is. Hold on. Okay, here that she put it up here. Malachi Z. York's son, Prince York, a fugitive from justice and apprehended, and this was done 1 year ago. This is October the 20th, 2021. But
hey, hasn't he been on Sanetta since then?
Huh?
Ain't he been on Sanetta since then?
No.
He ain't been on Sanetta since.
No, I ain't seen him it's been a while. I think the last time, he may have been over there a little bit after Polight was over there. They were sitting on the couch together, but he kind of dipped off. Hold on, let me see something.
Wait, I went to SETI's page, right?
Right.
And if that's what they're talking about, SETI exposed him. It's Prince York. Look at this. Hold on.
Because I
It's
seen
Prince
him put
York.
some up on that, but I didn't watch it because he was talking about Rashad Jamal and stuff like that.
Look, right here. That's Prince York right there.
Mm-hmm.
Prince York. So interesting. He must have dropped off. So I'm gonna have to look at them. And
Yeah, he really hurt a child. That dude Prince York right there. He really
yeah,
did a child in real bad.
yeah, we looked at that last time.
Right.
That shit's crazy as fuck. Like, but it's not what they're saying. So this has got to be a separate case as well. I want more information on the other case too, but we gotta work with what you know what I mean? What we get and shit like that. I didn't know anything about that. That shit's crazy as fuck. That's you, Tar. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, so that shit's crazy. But I'll drop the link over there to
Hold on, this
SETI.
I'm gonna see you the thing with. Did you click on it or not?
Not yet.
Okay, this the one that I got from Trip. I'm just put the link in the back, but that's all I could. I remember that. I don't remember nothing else. But what SETI is doing too is he's not really giving you no information. He keep telling people to go to his Patreon, and which I think is disingenuous because when him and Pharaoh did a Nawapian expose, they took Pharaoh when it was his turn to do his presentation. He took a lot of Chuck Morgan's stuff off of his Nawapianism.com site because I remember the articles, and he cut out where you could tell his audience won't be able to tell where he got it from, and he presented it like he did the research, and that ain't true. And so I know that what SETI's doing, he ain't gonna present nothing we ain't already put out there. So he's charging people to see what we already put out there. That's the part I don't like. That's being very disingenuous to do that. Because we're not doing that. And that's slowing down information of people who can see stuff and get it together. So like I said, he it's ridiculous.
I was laughing at this comment. No info, give me money. That's crazy.
But that's true. It's sad, but it's true. And that's why we gotta, take and push this in another way. If people gonna give money, give it to the people that's been victimized versus giving it to people who just sitting there talking ish and talking down on us too. That's another thing I don't like with the video that SETI did talking about Polight. He's getting at people talking about, people don't want to do nothing. They just want to be up here talking about this and that and be on here for YouTube, for views and all this stuff. And man, come on. Everybody is doing that except us. You can't do YouTube without them putting views on. If they took the counter off, it wouldn't bother me at all. Because I never monetized. So I couldn't because I was using too many different music and stuff and beats on my old channel. So I didn't care about monetization because I like music. So my videos is surrounded with that. So I'm like, whatever, but this is crazy if I'm a spaz if I pull up and keep it in the comments. But yeah, we got a lot going on, man. This is not good. No SETI is going in on Sanetta. That's why he put it on Patreon so I can't flag him. No,
I'm gonna check out the SETI's video and come up with my own conclusion. But
right, because again,
I like SETI. I don't, I'm just saying.
And we gotta stop taking
people making their points and calling it hating. That's one of the things I hate about the modern day terms. It's like you could take something like if a man sleep with a woman and they not married, you know, that's called adultery. But modern terms them flipped it to, oh, that's a cut buddy or that's my boo thing. No. That takes away the morality of it. What I'm telling you, I know that he curses. He could say what he want, but I'm pretty sure G-Style, if you are part of his Patreon, look at the stuff he's getting out, then come back over here and look at our stuff, and I bet you ain't finna see nothing new that we ain't already said 1,000 times. And if you could show me something that he done said that we ain't brought up, I'll give you $50. That's the point I'm trying to say. It's facts are facts. Said he ain't gonna bring y'all nothing new on this topic right here because he didn't stay on it long enough. And even when he was doing the debate with Sada Misinterpreted, he didn't read the whole book. Had he read the whole book, he could have did way more damage with that than it is. But that's, again, you got to be thorough. And also, because I seen Pharaoh and him do this already, they already took our work and they kept it on Patreon. They waited like a year, and then Pharaoh put out their presentation. And I looked at it, and I seen me and Chuck Morgan stuff. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like sometimes, man, y'all just be making statements because y'all be idol worshiping. That's y'all problem. Y'all personality worshiping, and y'all keep not seeing the truth of the matter, the fact of the matter. That's the issue that's why we having this problem with Polight now, because all these people are idol worshiping and they just want to sit here and guard these people versus what they've done. Nobody can, I'm not claiming information as is mine. I'm claiming that I put work in for free and I know he's selling it over there in his Patreon because I've seen examples of it and they've done this already. And I got at Pharaoh again for taking some out of my science, and he went on Instagram and act like he was dropping knowledge on it, and the people just eating it up, not knowing where he got it from. David Banner did the same thing. So I got something coming up to show you another person that's out here fronting like they putting out this knowledge and they not putting it out. And I'm gonna show y'all that. So this, when I come through and I say certain things, you know, I'm only saying this because people is making comments because they like these people and they don't do no real research. Y'all need to look at what they're doing and actually question these people when you see that. Like, yo, where you get that from? They don't identify their sources. That's why Pharaoh used to get ate up all the time because he didn't like to tell where he got it from, because as soon as he said it, somebody like, oh, you got this from such and such. There's nothing wrong with being questioned and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not against what he say he stands for. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that what I observe, I've seen it, and he's being disingenuous. And I'm using a nice word versus somebody else who would use a modern term. They'll say fake or he doing this. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he being disingenuous. And that's just saying that, yo, he need to be more transparent. And if you work with people who's putting out this work in his field, it'll be bigger. Just imagine if Sadie them reached out to people, or people reached out to Queen Thrones or whoever who's really deep in this, and we came together, it would be more grandioso because people be like, wow. But you know, to each his own on that. Like I said, that's if he doing what he want to do. That's why I keep saying people create negative karma on their own, because right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not finna take Queen's Throne's information and go start a Patreon and hide her stuff in the Patreon like Pharaoh was doing when he created Odd Nation. He was taking all that knowledge that them people was giving him and put everything in his Odd Nation and made people sign up and pay for that. And he was taking a lot of stuff from everybody, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. He said he did destroy Polight in that first debate. Yeah, he did. He did. I just did a video when I responded to that video, but he should have stayed on that. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's cool. You know, my interpretation of hater is it's just not a good word. It just means that y'all don't like nobody speaking against something that you don't like. And if I don't like something that you don't like, that don't mean that you're a hater. It's called disagreeing. See how that word hater don't mean disagreeing. Hater means I dislike this person because somebody think he got something better than me, or I don't like the way he move. That's why y'all need to upgrade y'all vocabulary, because all that modern day talking, all y'all doing is create more issues than you don't have to have. I don't have no hater. I hate ignorance. See, hate works with that. I hate people that hurt people.
All right, I don't have no issues with using some modern day terms. I'm not enslaved. You know what I'm saying? I don't adhere to any of that other shit. I'm gonna talk and listen to and whatever I want, but it ain't no child molestation shit. I'll tell you that.
Right, word.
I'm
You know,
saying
but
at the
that's
end of the
me.
day,
But I'm just saying that when they do that, it changes. It's like putting some Kool-Aid in some water. Once you say hate, now you turn in the color of the liquid, and that's what I'm saying. Just because a person say hate, that don't mean that it's true. You can't. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not a hater. I'm making it
I
clear.
feel that. I feel that.
You know, that's all. And again, I still respect his right to say what he said. But look how I just gave him props with his statement. Said he did destroy Polight, and he didn't even really have to get at Polight. He just took it to the teacher, and that's what all of them should have done thereafter if they followed the pattern. They would, but a lot of them compromised, like Lex said, for the camera, for the
These
light.
niggas is worshipers of men, bro. That's why they get so butthurt when you dissect they little deity or you know show where the flaw is, man. Like these dudes is lovers of men, homie. It's
All day.
disgusting.
Yeah, all day. And I understand that. Like again, it's sad, and this is why people keep getting keep getting misused over and over and over because of that. What did it say? Judah Nazareth's next for preaching hate speech, and the likes of y'all son follows.
I ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't speak about Judah in my chat, because then Judah gonna be over here. Queenstone allowed somebody to talk about me. People get talked about all the time. It was never my, thing, but you're not stopping when people talk about me either. So you gotta have tough skin in this
Right, because
situation.
Judah
Like,
talk a lot of shit.
it's not like I'm just letting people attack Judah and shit like that. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
He's tripping.
Okay, I see the G style of saying, yeah. What I'm saying is I recognize a pattern, and that's why I gave you a background that this ain't the first time I seen them do something and say go to my Patreon, and that was it. I'm basing it off a pattern that at least 3 times I've seen this from that particular group. And so therefore that's what I mean, that hey, that's why I was saying beat me at a bet. I give you $50 if you go to Patreon and bring back something that we ain't seen. I'll give you $50. That's how confident I am in what I'm telling you. That's what I would do. I would, if that was the case, because if you're gonna defend SETI, then go all the way and see what he's saying, and then I'll be like, yo, you was right, cool. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm saying. We don't let people stand on their own. Y'all got to stop standing up for other people when you don't really know what's really going on. So if you're not on Patreon, I wouldn't even be saying that. I'd be like, well, you know what? Let me go test this theory. That's what I would do. But that's why I stand on my own. I don't stand up for other people. And I'm not saying he getting that yoke for money. I said he's making money off of our work by putting it on Patreon. Because I know he didn't do that research, the kind that we did. He was never in York's camp. I was. You understand? We got 5 groups debating these cats since 2014. So I know he don't have nothing outside of what we already done put out there for free to the whole internet. That's the point that I'm saying. So that's what I mean. Stand on your own. That's what it's about. That's why we here. This is why we here right now. People don't want to stand on their own. Frank don't want to stand on his own. He don't want to take responsibility for what he. I mean, Frank did the same thing when he got Polight over there to sit down with Herman Smalls, right, about the scamming. I think it was called Polight finally answers to the scamming. And guess what? Guess what Sanetta did? He said, "Y'all want to hear what Polight said? You got to go to Patreon." And that's a scam in itself.
Hey, bro, I'm glad you segued into them names. I was actually about to ask you something hella specific, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What year did the conscious community start?
I don't even know, because I came around in 2008. So as far as that, I don't know, you know.
Okay, I'm asking you that. The reason why I'm even asking you that, Sanetta was all like, "Oh well, the conscious community we was on 125th and we was outside." Are you from that area, bro?
No.
Where you from?
I'm from Georgia. I was born in Florida, but I came to Georgia.
Cool.
So yeah,
This is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You're from Georgia. Okay, so wherever you at, was there people doing work and in opposition of basic Christian value, you know, conscious community shit?
From when I was from, if they was, I didn't recognize it because I started like I ran into York information in '95, but I started my journey in '92, and it started with the autobiography of Malcolm X, and that was in the high school I was going to in the library. That started me on my journey. So by the time I hit 95, you know, that's when I ran into York stuff. And so from like 95 to like 2008, when I went to New York, that's when I started becoming affiliated, because my ex at the time, she my ex now, she introduced me to the Harlem Black Theater 125, and I seen them all of that. But I was already doing my own independent studying, but I did become acclimated with Ali Muhammad, Taj Tariq Bey. Like I did I soaked all that stuff in though, as far as watching it on YouTube, you know, going to the little debates here and there.
So
I feel like this question is to you, Tar, on the screen. And then the one at the bottom under it.
You talking about what Funk just said?
Yeah.
Oh, you in the
It says because a lot of Nawapians went at him for exposing his father. If you believe in the science but you disassociate yourself from York, please address Jacob York's exposure. Now Jacob York has been exposed.
What'd he do?
York's followers been saying since day one that it was Jacob's being this what the story is from what I can remember. If I'm wrong, people can come in and correct the stuff later on. I talked to Chuck too earlier today. He said he's gonna try to come through one of these days. He's gonna try to catch you alive. But they claim that Jacob wanted some money from York, and he came down to the land and asked him for some bread to fund hip hop and all this other stuff. And they claim that York said, "No, I'm not putting my money behind all of that." And so he got mad at York. That's the myth. That's the mythos. And then they claim
then they said that he went to the FBI and lied on his father.
Right, but see, that's not really true. People was already reaching out to them people, which you seen the FBI joint you did, and they didn't have enough evidence. But somebody eventually sent them enough. I got an email too where somebody was saying they was gonna get York a whole year to the day they arrested him, and that email was like from Yahoo or something. They was talking about how, you know, they're gonna get him for molesting and doing all this and that he was fake and he was evil and stuff like that. So people gotta understand that cult leaders leave a trail of hurt people behind. But some people was trying to find a way to get out. Yes, Jacob did grab some people, and he said he took them to Sheriff Seals. This is public. This is not known, you know. But some people say that Jacob was molesting people back in the day, but Jacob stopped following York, I think, in 1990. He didn't follow him after that, you know. So whatever was, so let's just play devil's advocate. Let's say that was true. You still have to account for what York was doing before they left and what York was doing after that. See, that's the problem that they don't get. Now, I get, when I had the conversation with Sabians, the ones who really was around, not the newcomers, they always talk about York had all these powers and York had the access to the cache of records, and he could. This is stuff they were saying, you know, in the cult, and that he could look into the future and he could see this and he could see that. So the thing was, when he get arrested, then he put out books and statements. He didn't know people was being arrested, was being molested in his community. But that don't make no sense when y'all was saying, and he was saying he had all these powers. He knew what was going on. If you could see the future and you can look into the cache of records, how come you couldn't see that this is going to happen to you? And how come you didn't make moves to protect your people? See, this only works if a person ever claimed to be better than a black leader. And see, that's the problem. York never claimed to be a black leader. He claimed he was greater than a black leader. See, black leaders, for the most part, didn't claim to have access to aliens and extraterrestrials and that they came from another planet and that they speak to different beings and all. See, that's what I'm saying. So when you want to say something, Queen?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So
I'm peeping something.
Oh, okay. So when you have all of this stuff that's being brought, that's talked around in a cult, the cult is.
What's up?
What you say? What you say?
What's up?
Hold on, I am.
What I preach?
Was it an echo? I thought it was echoing. Okay.
No.
So what I'm saying is, these are the issues that the people on the outside don't understand. When we have when we had these debates back and forth, you got to realize the cult had a Superman view of York because of the stores that he put together. But then once he got arrested like a regular person, now they wanted to run a campaign after years of saying what they were saying. Even one of York's sons was telling them when they was trying to get him pardoned that them going online and, you know, saying all this crazy stuff. And even Damon Pryor, aka Deuce of York, tried to go to Supermax and use some of that sovereignty paperwork and Native American paperwork and tried to get York out of prison. They tried to do all this crazy stuff. And so it hurt the York chances just off of that alone, even though legally they didn't do what the legal things they needed to do to try to fix it. So all this Superman stuff is the real issues. And that's what I'm saying. You can't look at from the outside with the newcomers. The newcomers didn't see this. They wasn't around when they claimed York and walked through walls and all this stuff, and then he can levitate out of prison. See, those cats y'all running into now, they wasn't around for that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's harder to bring a clear conversation, because even the people that's that's running the organization, they doing what Sanetta and them doing. They get money. They keep people. I think one of I don't know if that was you. No, my wife had put that out. I got to find that and get it to you, Queen. but a Nawapian or a Sabian had put out that the Nawapians had spent over $25 million in lawyers over the years. And again, this is, so when they every now and then somebody in the organization will come out and talk about the reality of what's taking place. But until they do that, they'll sit around and be like, oh, we need to get another lawyer. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to keep bringing in money. This is the gains. Matter of fact, this right here, hold on, Quinn, I'm finna send it to you. Hold on. This is coming from Uma York right here. This is what she said about how much money that they spent. It should get to you in a minute. You still there, Queen? Hold on.
Shit, well, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I had to take my headphones out. It was causing the echo.
I was on mute.
Okay. You should have it, Queen. So when you get it, you can show it, because we this is the games that's being played. And again, it's all about money for everybody. And that's all they care about, and that's the sad thing about it. Like I said, what role Jacob played, I couldn't tell you. I just know that it's people been coming out over the years saying that he did participate in it. But again, they still trying to take the responsibility off of York, because they claim he was God, just like Polight was saying, and he had all these powers. You should have known what to do if this is true, but that's not the reality. The reality was he separated men and women and children, and he had a part of they said a section that he had a mansion up there, and he had a section built on for the kids. So he had children ready, and he had other kids that they was not kids, they was like teenagers that he groomed them to go get other kids. You see what I'm saying?
I have videos up on that.
Yeah,
we just need to find out about Jacob York, but I'm on this Sanetta shit. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on.
Yeah,
at this time right now, because this nigga's trying to frolic in the wind and shit, and I'm not going. And yeah, nah. And then the pod wants to sit up here and act like, she's just taking up for her man and shit. Bitch, you don't even know what you're talking about. She was over there talking about, they didn't even look at Crypto Roots videos. Girl, we been talked about Crypto Roots. The videos is already up, and that's like my second time talking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? In a video, she came late as hell. Like I said, everything changed when she came over there. And I was cool with it to walk away. But when this Polight shit came out, I was like, nah, nigga, because you've been pushing him. And Sa keeps running around saying that Polight fought this case for 3 years. It was 2. But Sanetta just kept, promoting Polight. Like, even when he wasn't like promoting something that Polight was doing, by him saying that he's gonna wait until all this and that, he still didn't have no smoke. But by him saying that, that's still like promoting him, because you're not, weighing in on how you feel about it. And I knew that he was gonna like cop out of really talking about it. But I'm on his ass even more because of that. Then he talking about flagging motherfuckers. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's expected, because we doing what we supposed to do. I mean, the world operates in opposites. Sometimes people act like they don't understand that. The villain sometimes is like the Batman thing. They kind of like made each other. The Joker, according to the movie, he killed Bruce Wayne's parents when he was young. And then he became Batman, and Batman did something to him. And sometimes they create each other, but this ain't that case. Opposites exist in nature, and he represent the wrong negative side, and we represent the positive side. And he had a, like Shaka said earlier, you're like, yo, you had a good run. It's time to let it go. But some people like them are so caught and they so stuck that they don't want to let the power go. They don't know how to accept defeat. Just let it go, because you're gonna destroy yourself trying to not let go. Holding on to the rope is just gonna burn your hands, and he can't hold it no more. And attacking us, we not finna have that, because we stand for what's right. We stand for everything we do. We stand for the best of our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, he did too much. He knows he can't go in on Polight, not because partially he don't want to, because he knows it to go in on Polight like now, it requires him to produce footage like we do. And any footage he produce, it's gonna show him involved in at least 96% of those videos. This ain't like a street corner thing where you could just run your mouth and people just have to use their imagination. He set himself up, which we told him over the years. He don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to listen. Unc said that the other day. He said, yo, you don't never listen to me. They coming for you. They coming for me. They coming for my spot. No, I don't know who he referring to with that. We just want to get y'all out of here. That's it. Nobody who wants your spot. The Nawab used to tell us all the time, you know, when we used to tear them up, you know, oh, where was, y'all just want to, you mad because you didn't write over a certain amount of books. You know, you wish you was better than the master. I'm like, why would I want to be him? Who wants to be a molester? That makes no sense. But these dudes have the same mentality. They have the same script. They think that we want to take their position, and it makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? The people who want to take their position is the people around them, but now they see the position is not there. It was an illusion. That's why they jumping ship, because they know it's real shame in what they've been doing and what they've been allowing. And then listen to Frankie try to blame the people. Y'all allowed it. This just it's it. You know, you was counting on them, and he didn't take no vote like we doing. We sitting here saying, listen, this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna agree, and then we're gonna set the terms, and then we're gonna move accordingly. Just like you did, Queen, the other night. You took them, you did the first thing you did was put out a poll. How many people think, and you looked at the numbers, and we went from there. And that's what we're doing. We're moving in unison, and the motivation is liberation, protection, something. Not just in here where he getting up there and saying, oh, I hate Chris Harris. And see, everything he doing is personal. That's when person keep leading with the I, and keep pointing this stuff out and being hypocritical. It was always about him all along. We're not doing that. There's no I here. It's what we can do to do the next thing, so the other weeds can bloom and blossom. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's no I in team, as they say. And that's what we trying to do. Well, he said, yeah, he had a 13-year run. Yeah, he had however long it was, he got to go. He has to go, because people have been really triggered and molested and touched in real time in the past. And a lot of these people on these channels like these still remember that. And so when you got a whole grown clown that's sitting up here, and I'm saying clown in the sense of thinking it's a game and playing with people's lives, to the point that, like he said, you know, I know Lex feels traumatized, because I've been hearing Lex off and on for years, and even old videos where he's just screaming at the top of his lung, going 100 miles an hour. I know that's stressful on a person. Got to argue with the party, and he try to cool, and but that's what happened when you trying to be cool with people. But some people, you just can't help them, and so we got to stick to the script and get these people out of here, man, because they done did so much damage. And I feel, to an extent, I feel, you know, bad for those other females that's over there listening to this fool, this person who will sit here and call you a bitch in a minute and then turn around and try to defend, oh, y'all talking about other women and talking. You know, it's like, yo, it's at this point, it's nothing else but a trial, and he got to go. But you wanted to say something,
No, yeah. I was just going like I really listen really closely when people talk. I'm big on words. Like I'm a poet, and on one of them clips, Sanetta was trying to defend his case by saying, you know, what could you do if I didn't know nothing was happening? Like, what could you do? There's no way you can stop it. There's no way you can stop it. You see, in a tight position that he is to say something like that. You know the Freudian slip that the dude had when they was talking about Martin Luther King, and he said, "As I move to the side, so the shooter can have a clear shot." A shot rang out.
Yep.
So this is the same. And if we look at history and our black people and how we corrupt one another and trick one another, it all happens. We just got to pay attention to the past. We ain't got to know the future. We just got to pay attention to the past and listen to the present. Just like I caught Sanetta talking about, oh, I don't flag you no more. I listen to stuff like that. So when he said, oh, it's nothing you could do, it's nothing you could do, that means he knows something deeper. That means at that point in time, he was keen to things, but he felt like he was hopeless. He felt like he couldn't do nothing. So he's trying to put that same thing on to everybody else. Oh, if you was in my position, you couldn't do nothing either. That's the type of person he is. Oh, I'm just trying to get to the bag. I'm just doing the same thing anybody else would do. Just like he talking about, oh, I'm not going to say nothing until it come out. Nah, he was hoping and praying that he would be innocent. Just like you said before, he would come out and be like, and defend him again. Oh, y'all tried to hold my brother down. The goat is back. Because he didn't know how it was going to turn out. He didn't know how these powers that be that's over top these shadow people that's in the shadows that's hovering around this nasty situation that they create so they can go and fondle innocent people and do them how they want to do them. Sanetta was just a small pawn in it. When Sanetta went to Hollywood, like Queen said, he got him a rental car. As a man, you ain't got your own money to get your own rental car.
Right.
You got yourself out to Cali, but you can't. So that means the whole trip was funded by Polight. And not even close homeboys do that. I got a homeboy that went to Brazil and he had the money to pay for me to go out there, but he was like, man, I ain't paying for you to go out, come out. You gotta have the money for yourself, or you gonna stay right there in Florida. Either you got it or you don't. I'm gonna go out and have a good time with everybody else that got the money for it. That's not because he not my homie, but he don't got no hidden agenda. It ain't no extra. He ain't got no real incentive to spend that extra bread. He might as well save it. So what is he paying you for filming? He didn't film much when he was out there. So I think he invited him out there for some weird stuff, to give him some weird information like them secret society people do. And I think Sanetta got scared. I think he learned a little bit too much but knew to keep his mouth closed. So now he on the other end of it catching the heat. And because Polight was pretty much a pawn as well, he tried to link himself up with boxers and stuff like that. And he shot for the sun, didn't even hit the moon, and landed right back on Earth in jail. Because he thought he was rubbing shoulders with people that was going to make him untouchable. He could do whatever he wanted to do. Like this God complex stuff is a real thing. And I think Polight really had a God complex. He felt like he conquered the niggas, the conscious niggas. You know, he felt like he conscious. He conquered the black dummies. He getting money out of it. He pulling money out of people. He sliding by. You know, he think he's so slick he could walk straight on a can of grease, ain't it? And it's enough sheep out there and hopeful people, and that's the sad thing about it. You know, they're selling hope. You know, you might get a spam email or a spam text message talking about you got some kind of benefits that you qualify for. All you gotta do is hit the link, and put your information in. We all get them. He doing that. He did it in real life. But the sad thing is, he did it on the hopes of black people thinking they can get out of this mental prison they in. And then when he turned it into financial, it was like, damn, now we can actually change our lives in a real way. We ain't got to put our money in a church basket and wait for this pastor to buy a new jet instead of help me pay my rent. You see what I'm saying? So I think the mentality, when you see a person trying to build a Tower of Babel, when you see a person trying to build a Tower of Babel, when you see a person trying to build a tower so they can reach God, they're not trying to reach God. They're trying to be up there so you can think that they God. And like you said, man, my heart goes out to Lex, man, because he saw it in the beginning, because he was right there with him. And as soon as he saw it, he started screaming and yelling. And then Pharaoh dropped out when he could, and Seti dropped out when he could, and they tried to link up, and a lot of people tried. But Sanetta said some real shit. There's no way you can stop it. But it's not that you can't stop it completely. You can stop it, but that little part in the plan, that little Polight part that they wanted to play out, he was gonna play his little part, and he played his little part until he wasn't useful no more, and it got too much heat, and now he in jail. Now he indicted. And Sanetta is just sitting there like, damn, I gotta answer the people. I'm implicated. I know something. I know something, but I can't. With the little bit of something I know, I'm gonna die.
Sorry,
I think
that text.
I think when he went out to Hollywood, Polight told him some shit and showed him some shit that he cannot unsee. I don't see no other.
I got it.
That's my little conspiracy theory.
We need that. I don't know. I can't do it from me streaming this. But
You say you need it.
Yeah, we need that.
I mean, you want me to get it, or you want to see it?
I want you to get it, or I'm gonna have to, end the stream soon. But yeah,
okay,
I gotta
all right,
get
hold
that.
on. I got you. Give me a second.
Okay.
It sounds like it's still going though.
Yep.
So you want me to like?
I don't want to show it because she definitely finna flag, and they probably did this to try to
100%.
reel me in.
You want me to wait till it's finished and try to do it?
I mean, it's fine. I thought like maybe you had another device. I can't get to my other device right now.
I'm saying, can you do that when it's still going? I mean, I can do it, but
You can't rip it down. But it's good. I can. I'll figure it out.
No, I just wanted to kick my little conspiracy theory. I just want to kick my little conspiracy theory.
I feel you preach.
But y'all got it though.
No, we was talking about something else. I'll explain to you later, bro. He probably thinks we was talking about him. But,
yeah, I think so. I mean, because you can't rub shoulders with those people and not see something. Like you say, he was out there with Meta World Peace and Mayweather and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure it's some truth to that. And he thought that's what he wanted to do. But when you really get deep into it, it's not cute. You'd be surprised of how many people that's really, like I said, they're cult, just like any other organization have, tops and bottoms. You have people that run stuff, and you'd be surprised that a lot of people that's close to the bottom are just lapdogs. They don't mean nothing. They want it. Again, that's why it's so easy to get people that was born hardly with nothing, because you can get them to do things for crumbs. And that's exactly what that is. So I wouldn't be surprised if something come out that it was some other occult stuff. So like I said, at this point, it's just an assumption and a a theory to an extent, but we know it could be true.
Right.
So,
All right, I'm about to get up off of here so I can go do this shit. I'm not even gonna play a song at the end. I'm just finna get up out of here because something is going on, y'all. I think it's a trap, but I just want to be safe. So much love. If I'm not back Wednesday, I'll be back Friday. I'll see y'all soon. Shout out to you, Tar. Salute to everybody. Much
all
love.
right, true peace. All right.
All right, y'all.